Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service. Command, this is car 33, I'm going on my break.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dick Burwell Oval for round 6 of the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup match between Nelson Bay and... But to rain once again late in the week has caused havoc to the Black Diamond AFL, and the match has been transferred up here to Dick Burwell Oval. And by having a look at the ground, you wouldn't know it. The fantastic facility we've got here, and we're going to be set for a fantastic game of football. At the moment, it is 4th Nelson Bay against 5th Warners Bay. They've met once before this year in round 2, and that was a win to Nelson Bay, coming away with the game in the second half. So we just quickly run through the sides. We're going to start with Nelson Bay. Had a couple of changes from last week's side. In, they've got Josh Cannon, Luke Bell, Nathan Beck and Josh Tebby. Out go Brad Spencer, Billy Barton, Joel Erickson and Ben Eddy. So a pretty strong side for Nelson Bay, and I'm looking forward to a pretty strong showing. For Warners Bay, they've got a couple of changes also. Luke Roach is in, Matt Marnes in, Ryan Sorensen in, and also in is Cam Earl and Alex Schmaler Looms. Out go Ben Crawley, Joe McKern, Nathan Brennan, Scotty Bartland, and also Michael Prendergast as Warners Bay make their entry onto the field now. And look, they certainly had a few injuries at the moment, Warners Bay, so it's certainly going to be a tough gig as they're running out there. Just a quick look at their jumpers. They're resplendent in their Indigenous design jumper, courtesy of Morris Goolagong, the goal-kicking legend from Terrigal Avoca. So well done to Warners Bay, an Indigenous round here, so celebrating their heritage. They've done that for a couple of years now. They've got two Indigenous players in their side in Matt Spinks and Rob Schindler-Taylor. So it'll be a proud moment for them, and I think we're going to expect a pretty strong performance from Warners Bay. And I'm Gary Birkinshaw on solo again here today. No one likes travelling to Nelson Bay for some reason. My offside is Ryan Webster. Happy birthday to Ryan. Off at the Gold Coast at the moment, so I think he should be here and I should be at the Gold Coast. Andy Statman Baldwin, the weather has forced his absence as he's between the goal sticks at Lake Macquarie, just finishing that, so unable to be here. So you'll have to put up with me for the next few hours. And look, don't worry about listening to me. I'll be watching this game because I think we've got a really good game on our hands today. Our umpires today, field umpires Matt Howarth, Harrison Crook and Joey O'Brien. Boundary umpires are Cooper Williams and Andrew Spring. Goal umpires Michael Livingston and Roy Reichart. So we wish all the umpires all the best. Other Black Diamond Cup game we got on today is a big grand final rematch from 2014 between Killarney Vale and Terrigal Avoca at Adelaide Street Oval. Well, unfortunately, the game between Cardiff and Newcastle City, originally scheduled for number one sports ground, has had to be postponed due to the condition of the ground. So we'll keep you up to date as we go with all the scores. We've just got a couple of scores that have come in already. In the women's match, it was Nelson Bay who made it 4 wins from 4 starts with a 5-3-33 to a 2-6 18-point win over Warners Bay. In second division, Nelson Bay 9-14-68 defeated Wyong Lakes 4-4-28 and Muswellbrook 15-19 109, their third win in a row over at Warners Bay 2-5-17. So the weather conditions, torrential rain yesterday. At the moment, sun's out, a few clouds around. Got my resident timekeeper weatherman. What's it doing today? You said it was going to clear last time we were here and it bucketed down for 3 quarters. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out. But look, there's a bit of a wind blowing. I don't think it's blowing more across the ground. I don't think it'll favour any particular sides. The second division game, they were able to score at both ends, in particular Muswellbrook. So look, it should be a really exciting contest, this one here. Players to look out for. I think for Nelson Bay, I reckon Luke Price, their vice captain, has had a really good year, down, back and up forward. So he'll be pivotal today. Also, Adam Grenier, their captain's been good through the middle. And Tim Duval up forward, he either kicks a bag or he kicks none. So he's kicked 10 for the season. And I think Aaron Clayton, I think he provides the X factor as far as Nelson Bay are concerned. So there's a couple to keep your eye on there. For Warners Bay, last time we did Warners Bay was 2 weeks ago on Bar TV. And they put in a fantastic performance, upsetting Killarney Vale. And Jake Roach that day, number 2 for Warners Bay. Got the player, the Morisset Subway player of the match, and so they'll be looking for a big one from him. Matty Spinks is also coming back in. He's playing his second game in a row, so that'll certainly help him, and he'll be a pivotal player. Also, Ben Burns and Matt Martin do a really good job down back as a siren. You'll get used to that as we go along. But I think another important player, I think, for Warners Bay will be Ryan Sorensen. If he's going to stay up forward, I think they're going to need him to kick goals. So if you look at the sides, where they're going to get their goals from, which I think is probably the query for Warners Bay and probably even to a certain degree Nelson Bay. So as we're looking there as David Ross, and it's Aaron Clayton actually giving the address at the moment for Nelson Bay. So they'll be looking to get a good start. As I mentioned, we're only in round 6, but geez, a pretty pivotal game, this one. It's you've got Nelson Bay currently sitting in 4th spot, and you've got Warners Bay sitting in 5th spot out. So if they win today, Warners Bay can take that spot. And I think already the competition looks like it's going to be Terrigal Avoca, Killarney Vale, Newcastle City going to fill 3 of the 4 final spots. So it sort of leaves Nelson Bay, Warners Bay and Cardiff who are going to be battling it out. So a big game coming up here, and we'll be starting in about 2 minutes' time.
The Nelson Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Nelson Bay Golf Club, Seabreeze Hotel, Hunter Physiotherapy, Signs at the Bay, PRD Nationwide, Anytime Fitness, Masonry Constructions, and Bay Aerial and TV Services. All proud major sponsors of the Nelson Bay Football Club. The Warners Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Black Butt Hotel, 7th Street Caravans, Bodyworks Physiotherapy, Creative Sensations, McKern Steel, and WBP Property Group, all proud major sponsors of the Warners Bay Football Club.
Rightio. Very big thanks there to our sponsors for both Nelson Bay and Warners Bay. We're about to get underway. Warners Bay will be kicking to the Anna Bay or the right of screen. They're red, white and blue. Nelson Bay in their blue and gold will be kicking to the Tomaree end. We'll get that wrong shortly, but that's the left of screen. But up they go. Anthony Atkins, the first one away. It comes down there. Roach takes it for Warners Bay. He's held up. We're going to have a secondary bounce right in the centre of the ground. Important for both teams to get off to a good start. Joey O'Brien, the umpire, throws it in the air. Atkin up against Mutt. Atkin gets a nice tap over the back. Going to ground there. I think it's free going there. The free kick's been picked out for in the back. And that's going to go there to the skipper of Nelson Bay in Adam Grinya. So he goes back. Where's his next target going to be? Clayton's calling for it in the middle. He goes a bit short on that, looking for Nathan Vasey, a good player for Nelson Bay last week, and they lost to Terry Glavoka. So Vasey in game number 51 goes laterally across to Aaron Clayton, who takes the mark. He wants to get around there. He does. Gets a handball off there. It goes to McGrath. McGrath shows the ball one way. Goes to palm off there, and he successfully palms off there in Marn. Back it comes there now to Fleming. Fleming goes inboard. A bit of a scrappy kick, though. Although running on there nicely. Picked up there, a hurried handball out there was from Madsen. And away goes Prentice now for Warners Bay. So Prentice through the centre he goes. On the right boot he goes. A wobbly kick. Comes down there. Is coming out there. I think it might be Cannon out there on the right boot. Goes in there. It's going to fall nicely there. And it's going to be up and out there is Madsen again. So Madsen on half back. Goes around on the right boot. Kicks it long across half forward. McGrath's his target. Marn's there also for Warners Bay. None of them can get a hand on it. Spinks picks it up. Goes up against Price. He's able to ride that bump. Get a handball. But goes over the line and out of bounds, just there with Dean Crotty. So Wynn making a little bit of havoc for the players at the moment with their kicking. Boundary throw, lovely throw in there. Up it goes, there's Mud. Over the head it goes. No one can get a touch there. Hurry kick off the boot there. Good bit of footwork there by Atkins. Able to get away from Grinya. And then he lays a tackle on Vasey. And we're going to have another ball up there. Just forward to centre. Nelson Bay's end of the ground. Come down there, Mud. I'm going to get a kick out. Good by Grinya. Back it comes to Clayton. A hurry kick on the right boot. Bell can't get a hold of it. Bounces in the forward line there, but it comes out there to Lincoln Stewart. Been a good performer for Warners Bay so far this year. Must be the new fatherhood's doing it for him. He goes out there and he's going to find some touch on the centre wing. No, doesn't quite go out of bounds. Picked up there, but it is out of bounds now. Right on centre wing. No score yet. We've been playing just on a minute. Good throw in there. Up it comes Atkin there. Punch forward. That time I've been Vasey again. Comes in there, David Wood. Runs into Crotty. Good tackle there. Coming there, picked up was Grinya. That's a very, very good tackle. Yeah, there might have been by Earl, was it? Or Rocco. Comes back anyway. Right kick into the... No, smothered off the boot there. Picked up there by Price. Hold the ground. Back it comes to Wood. Runs in there to Pfeiffer. Back it comes there on the right boot. And there might have been Bell, but back it comes to Stewart. And he gets it. And he hurriedly on the boot. Kicks it out, but it's going to fall short there. It sits up. No one can get it there. Going there is Luke Roach. He picks it up, goes one way, looks for his next target, draws a handball, come across the med cover, immediately tackled by Price. Probably going to be able to get it out there. Umpire's giving a bit of latitude. Roach goes back in there again to pick up the ball. Going there also is Atkin Price again. Spinks now for Warners Bay. He picks up a bit of class there. On the left boot it goes. Rom Schindler Taylor in front of Dylan Stewart. A couple of young guns there. Stewart's the first one to get back. Nice slick handball outcome. Handball that time back to Stewart. Good running out. It comes then out of Fleming. And Fleming for Nelson Bay puts on the burners. He kicks it into the forward line. Lamont's back there. He's got a good position, but going back there with him was Gibbons, and good work by the Warners Bay defender, and he forces the ball out of bounds. It looked like Lamont then had to sit on him, and there was going to be a good opportunity to take a grab, but not to be. Good pressure, forces the ball out of bounds. Just around, 5 metres around from the Nelson Bay goal, kicking to the Tomaree end, and we've had no score the first quarter. Throw in again. Up they go. Atkin taps down there to Crotty. Comes back there, Lamont. He can't pick it up. Good work there coming in. Also, that was Eddie then. Picked up good kick coming out. Oh, dispossessed that time by Nelson Bay. Right at the top of the square. Dangerous area for Warners Bay. Nelson Bay trying to get that score. In there is Duval. Going to call for a ball up. 10 metres out. Nelson Bay's end of the ground. Good throw up there by umpire Howarth. Comes to Atkin, good ruckman. Geez, a good tap ruckman. Comes out there for DeVale, however. He's able to get a snap kick at that goal, and looks like it's the first goal of the day to Tim DeVale for Nelson Bay. And they lead by 6 points. We played 4 minutes in the first quarter. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of services to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson. That's Wilson Security, 1300 Wilson. That's a very good goal there by Tim DeVale, and important for DeVale's confidence. He is a confidence player. He's kicked 6 in the first game. Might even kick 7, I think, in round 1. He's been a bit quiet since then. Kicked 3 last time they played against Warners Bay, or Cardiff it actually was. So it'll be a big test, a big confidence booster for him today. As Warners Bay get it going forward there now. Going down there is Avery, playing in the unusual position up forward today. The hurry kick there comes back to McGrath. McGrath on the left boot for Nelson Bay. Goes in short looking for Clayton. Clayton takes a mark in front of Matt Mahon. 2 very good players there. They've had good years. Clayton plays on quickly. Leading out for it is Jeremy Eddy. Coming in there, Spinks. He gets around. They picked up by Grinya. He dodges around Burns, and it's Grinya on the right boot. Goes in there, but coming out is Gibbons in front of Lamont, and good play there by Gibbons. Looking for where's the next lead. Mahon makes lead. He's probably going to have to go long here, though, and he does. Looking in the direction there. Rob Schindler-Taylor. Up he goes. Price over the back. Playing the call. He nearly took a mark of the day. Looks like he's hurt himself a bit, though. Spinks picks it. Gets a handball out to Roach. He's going to be balled up there as Price slowly getting to his feet. It was a good effort there to mark. I think he's landed flat on his nose. Higher than Joe Cock. A good call. Yeah, I love the special comments we've got coming from here at the moment. Anthony Atkins comes down there. Metcalf taps it over the top of the Spinks. Picked up now by Grinya. Brushed the tackle. Long handball out. It comes there now in the direction out there of Morgan. Morgan gets on the right boot. Screws it around his body. DeVale leads out. The ball doesn't bounce too kindly. Does for Wood. A funny looking handball there. DeVale gets it there now. Does a 360, maybe even a 6'4", 5'40". It's on that comes there now. Morgan again on the right boot. How's it go? Just to the right. Through for behind. So Nelson Bay now. 1-1-7, leading Warners Bay, yet to score. 4 minutes gone. First quarter, very desperate. Both sides are pretty desperate, and that's what we spoke about at the beginning of the game. A lot of importance on this game. Kick in there now, looking for Atkin. Up high he goes, up early. Clayton holds his ground there. He's the better one to recover. He's got it there now. He's coming with him is DeVale. He's been very active also. Handball the back, it comes to Sean McGrath. Shows a bit of candy one way. Well done to Luke Roach. Gets a handball, though, that time. And that was very good work there by Luke Roach. McGrath tried to go around him, but he stuck the tackle and forced a hurried handball out of bounds. So good result for Warners Bay. It's a good throw in there now. Up they go. Roach, a big punch coming down there to Deverell. Sort of being tripped there by Grinya. Grinya immediately goes in. That'll be a high tackle. Good call there by umpire Matt Howard. And the free kick's going to go the way of Lockie Deverell. Rising Star nominee for last year. Very promising young player for the Bulldogs. Bit static the movement. They need to get some movement coming from up forward. Schindler's going to do it. Nothing wrong with the big barrel, though. Out it comes. It's going to find some vacant territory. How's it bounced? Schindler's got it there. Back it comes there now to Stewart, though, on the right boot. Goes to Morgan, and out they go the Nelson Bay wing. They love that far wing. Morgan on the quick kick. Lamont's the target. In goes also DeVale. Roving there is Jeremy Eddy. He can't get it. Burns is back there for Warners Bay. DeVale picks it up, but he's immediately tackled there by Burns, and also back there was Gibbons. We're going to have a ball up right at the top of the square. Nelson Bay leading by 7 points. It's their end of the ground. It comes out there now. This is where they got it from before. This time it's Clayton across the body. He doesn't miss those. Aaron Clayton kicks his first goal, and that's the second one on the board for Nelson Bay. In 2015, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Prime 7's coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including the marquee Friday and Saturday night matches, Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team. So the second goal there to Nelson Bay, and a very good one from Aaron Clayton. They've got both their goals from the same method, and that's from a ball up at the stoppage at the top of the square, but able to get it down, and on the same right-hand side, they've been able to snap a goal across the body. So just need to be a little bit mindful there. I'm sure Mark Bottrell will have the Warners Bay defenders clued up on that. That's a good kick coming in there. That's a nice mark by Jeremy Buckley. Well done there by Warners Bay. They've got a hurry kick in, and you can get the ball 25 metres out from goal enough, it gives you forward the good opportunity, and Jeremy Buckley will go back and have a first real shot on goal for the Bulldogs, and look, they could certainly do with a goal. He's a bit of a sharpshooter, Jeremy Buckley. A left footer. Comes in. Oh, it looks like he pulled it there. No, he's hit the post. So first score for Warners Bay, a minor score. Good kick coming out. Oh, good mark, however. Played on quickly, goes in there. Once again, Buckley's got a beautiful kick. Dean Crotty, great pass in there. That is fantastic foot play. And I reckon Jeremy Buckley might have been standing on the mark from that kick, and he did not have to move. So did he learn from his first kick? Hit the post. Wouldn't be 30 seconds ago. Probably a little bit closer this time and a little bit more in front. So Buckley, left foot, strikes the ball. Travis cloaks the call, and he was missed by a fair. That's probably a bad miss, that one by Jeremy Buckley, because need to make every opportunity. We spoke about before that the goal kickers for both sides and their inability to kick winning scores, so they need to make most of every opportunity. So bring in this time, Madsen goes out the same direction. Up they go again. High flying at the back there is Price, one of the best overhead marks in the competition. So Price goes on, moves it quickly, out to the Nelson Bay wing. Goes there, taken there by McGrath. McGrath wants to go. He's given 50. Yes, 50 for taking after the mark. So, yeah, so a bit unlucky there. There was a call from my esteemed colleague beside me. He probably was. I think he sort of bumped into him. He was looking to go a bit of a 50-50 there, but I think he's only given him about 25 anyway. So, but McGrath comes in, he's 40 out. Boot strikes the ball quite nicely right at the top of the square. I think it goes out. He's going to call that a goal, I reckon. It is a goal to Sean McGrath. Good work in there by Luke Price. He sort of backed his opponent back towards the goal, and before they knew it, was actually through the goal. So yeah, at one end you have Jeremy Buckley having 2 shots at goal, and goes straight down the end, and Sean McGrath has a shot from virtually from about 40 metres out, and he's able to convert. So a bit of a missed opportunity there for Warners Bay, and actually paid for it on the scoreboard. So early in the first quarter, it's a 17-point margin the way of Nelson Bay, 3-1-19, Warners Bay 2 behind. So looking for a response to come here now from Warners Bay. Atkin in the ruck there against Gibson. Atkin again, beautiful tap down. Can't quite get his Price goes in there. He's in the ruck there. Come now through his Marn. Hurry kick off the boot. He's smothered by Gibson. Deverell out there leading the race of Fleming. Grinya's going to pick it, and Fleming lays a tackle. Grinya goes left. Again goes back right. Comes back to Stewart. He's under immediate pressure there by Schindler Taylor. Comes out the back there. Schindler Taylor goes to ground. Gets a tap out in the direction of Luke Roach. There's a couple of young kids there, and that's the future of Warners Bay. Back it comes the Prentice. Back to Rob Schindler Taylor. Runs through 50. Looks to pass off to Buckley, and he does. Hands on the head from my special comments man from Warners Bay here. I won't divulge his, but that was really good play there by Schindler Taylor. He went to ground and got the ball out. Quick recovery and good skills. And Jeremy Buckley, this is his 3rd shot on goal in probably 2 minutes. He's got to back him in. That's the call. Thanks, Welshie. Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't mean to divulge your name. Left foot. That's beautiful kick. That is a beautiful kick by Jeremy Buckley. Great work by the Bulldogs. And they're on the board now. And the margin comes back to 11 points. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the Hunter community. The Herald's reporting and commentary leads public debate in the region, and its coverage of local issues from business and politics through to sport and entertainment is second to none. The Newcastle Herald, the voice of the Hunter, in print, online and mobile. So one thing's very important, I think, when you're kicking for goal, and that is to learn from your mistakes. So he's had 3 shots at goal. The first one hit the post, second one missed, but he was deadly accurate from the pocket there. Well done, Jeremy Buckley. As Metcalf back in the centre, handballs it off. It goes there now to Jake Reach. On a hurry kick out there. Nickel is very good last time we watched it. A handball to nobody in particular, except it comes there now. Might be back there at Fleming. He gets it back to Grinya, and the skipper, very busy man. He kicks in the back of Fleming. It goes back there now. Can Grinya get it again? Gibson back there for Nelson Bay. Grinya picks it up immediately. How do you get rid of that? No one's really sure. But a kick comes forward, hits the leg there of McGrath. Marn overrun the ball. Jake Roach picks it up. Hurried handball looking for Marn. Up there with Fleming, but Marn's got a bit of pace. He goes one way. Nickel went to shepherd him. Grinya picks it up. Goes forward, but he only handball the far. It goes to Jake Roach. On the right boot as the rain starts falling down here just on cue. And a strong fist comes out there by Jack Mayo. And it's out of bounds. I think I must shout out to our cameraman. I think he attracts the weather. There's no doubt about it. But it's just a passing shower, is that, Gary? Just a passing shower, our weatherman said. So should be passing in a couple of days, they reckon. So boundary throw in there. Up it comes. Gibson over the back. Taps it down. Well done to Schindler-Taylor. He gets a good tackle there by Stewart. Should be holding the ball and is. Good tackle there. Nothing Rob Schindler-Taylor could do about that. Just pinned his arms and he's rewarded. He rewarded those tackles. Well done, Dylan Stewart. On the right boot he goes. Out in the direction of McGrath. Goes longer and Price. That is solid hands there in front that time of Simon Rocco. So Price on the right boot he goes. Down there looking for Jeremy. He also chiming in the front that time was Duval. Handball by Burns for Warners Bay. And the Vasey's able to intercept there. Stewart goes in hard. So's Vasey. Keeps his feet. Can't quite pick it up. A bit of ping pong in there with the feet. What's a foot? But anyway, comes in there from Jeremy Eddy. He gets it in there now. Well done there by McGrath. The ball's out of bounds. You'll notice during the commentary there'll be a few foot and some of those other funny words, but we'll make them up as we go along. But what's going on at the moment is a pretty good game of football at the moment. Very tight. Close game. 11 points, Nelson Bay. There's a boundary throw in 10 metres around from the Nelson Bay goals. Out it comes there. Over the back. Time of Downing. Quickly in the Greenyer. Back it comes to Duval. On the right boot coming out there. Prentice comes in. Wood just brushes Prentice off. And he snaps it across his body. David Wood. Really good work by the young winger. And another snap goal. And look, to be perfectly honest, probably a little bit too easy that time. It was a one-on-one contest and Wood was able to take advantage of it, and that's the fourth goal on the board for the Nelson Bay Marlins. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL. Star 104.5 Central Coast. Yep, very good radio station for those on the Central Coast or even in Newcastle. I was listening in Newcastle the other day and I was able to get Star 104.5 on, so switch it on. Certainly great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL. Over 10 years of support, so I really appreciate that. But a goal there by David Wood. Last time we were here against Cardiff, Wood was probably the one man in a very torrential condition. He kicked 4 goals and was probably the difference in that game. So once the rain comes there, he kicks a goal. But this time Clayton through the middle for Nelson Bay. He goes long. At the back there's a mark to Duval. Great play out of the centre, Aaron Clayton. Too easy through the middle there. And then a spearing pass in and Duval. He's already kicked one from a snapshot. Now he's going to go back and have a line-up from the mark, 15 metres out. And back-to-back goals for Nelson Bay, pretty important as the rain, I think, appears to stop. Good call, Gary. And Duval comes in. Ball strikes it. It looks good off the boot. 2 goals to Duval, 5 goals to Nelson Bay. And quickly the margin has now gone out to 23 points. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions, and the exclusive on-field apparel supplier to the Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known. And BLK, of course, the supplier of the Warners Bay Indigenous jumper today, designed courtesy of Morris Gulligo. It looks very resplendent for Indigenous round. And we certainly thank the Warners Bay Club for their support of an important round of football. They certainly could do with a goal coming there. Atkin again taps it down, this time taken there by McGrath. He went to kick it off the ground, but it was taken by his teammate in there. That might have been in there was Bell. And we're going to have a ball right back in the centre of the ground. 15 and a half minutes gone, 23 points the difference as Atkin gets a tap down, this time taken, that time by Crotty. Goes there for it as Roach, that's of the younger Roach Luke variety. The hurry kick out there on the left boot by Crotty, who's butting up it, intercepted there by Dan Morgan. Handballs over the top to Gibson, handballs in ball to Vasey. Good bit of play there by the Marlins. Oh, fantastic chase. Really good chase there. That might have been Metcalf. And really well done. He's had a good year, Metcalf. He's done some really good jobs defensively on some of the league's best players in White and Webster, but I don't think that was probably one of his better choices. If they get away with that, they'll be lucky. And holding the ball there. Bit inside there was Metcalf. Whether the kick, he decided to handball over the top to Crotty. And he was immediately be set upon there by might have been, I think that's out there is Madsen, Chris Madsen. And he's gone to ground actually, so the free kick is going to go to Nathan Vasey. I want Madsen to get up quickly. He's certainly been one of their better defenders. The kick goes in there. Nice kick. Oh, Duval can't take the mark. Might have been taken high, but players are called. Good handball by Price. On to Jeremy Eddy. Runs through 50. Handball's over the top. It's going to be too long. No, it's not. It's picked up there by Boy, that was there. Sorry, touched there that time by... I'm not sure who that was. But through for a behind for Nelson Bay. That was Josh Tebby, who kicked that. So Marn brings the ball back in for Warners Bay. Goes out there. Morgan spoiled, however, by Prentice. Overrun there. Picked up there now by Roach. He's done very well. Good tackle by Grinya. Oh, that's a bit tough call there. Well, I thought they both had the ball. Grinya tries to play on. I think that was just more of a ball in dispute, I reckon, than a holding the ball. But anyway, umpire Matt Howes made that call, and Adam Grinya's going to take the free kick. 60 metres out from goal. They've been pretty dangerous once they've got the ball inside forward 50 today. They'd be called a play on Grinya there. Oh, spearing pass in there. Looking for Price. He got him. No good. Well done by Marn. Got a hand in just in the nick of time. Go there. Should be a free kick there. Yeah, good call by Howes. And he calls play on Roach. Goes one way. Gets around Clayton. Clayton's coming back on the race of the species. Roach has one bounce or two bounce. Didn't bounce up the second time. Stewart goes back there. Good play. Good soccer skills there by Roach. Getting across there quickly for... That's why we Cam Earl out there. He goes down there. Goes to ground quickly. Stewart on top of him. Nelson Bay got him. That should be a ball up. Good decision there by Joe O'Brien. There's Roachy there coming straight through the centre. He had one bounce. Had Aaron Clayton chain. The ball just didn't come up. But good attacking football taking on us. Downing comes over the top for Warners Bay in the ruck. Goes down there now. Is Avery. Has a snapper goal. Looks pretty good. He's got the fist pump happening. And Chris Avery gets a second goal for Warners Bay. A much needed one. And the margin now is back to 18 points. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont's 16-footer sailing club is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotion, visit 16s.com.au or find them on Facebook. Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club. Great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL, the Belmont 16-footers, and that was a really good play there by Chris Avery. And like I said, playing up forward today, normally down back through the midfield, so a backman loves kicking a goal, and gee, it was very timely for the Bulldogs as well, as we're approaching time on here in the first quarter. Crook throws the ball in the air. Atkin again, he's been very dominant in the rucks. They haven't been able to quite capitalise though. However, McGrath this time gets the ball forward, but running through there was Rowan Fifer. Goes through the centre and kicks in there. Schindler Taylor comes in, called out there by Avery, the last goal kicker for the Bulldogs. Much better play. On 50, looks for a spearing pass into Buckley, the other goal kicker. And Jeremy Buckley's going to go back. The only problem is this is where he's missed his 2 shots of goal from, so he needs to probably run around to the pocket and snap one back. But look, Welsh, give me the nod. He reckons he's going to kick this one from in front. He's certainly dangerous up forward. So Buckley on his left boot, probably about 30 metres out from goal. Kick one, he likes that. He's clapped that straight over the boot. Well done, Jeremy Buckley. Well done to the Bulldogs. Back-to-back goals. And now the margin is back to a 12-point ball game. It was really good work there coming off the half back line there. I think it was Rowan Fiver coming. He put the ball under his wing and he was really keen to really take the game on. He got a kick forward and Chris Avery there was also very good. And that was a spearing pass. They've done a couple of really good disposals into Jeremy Buckley. So he'll be really happy with that. Really also happy to have his second goal on the board. So it's been entertaining. First quarter, no doubt about it. We've got 8 goals in 20 minutes of football. So, look, really, pretty evenly matched side. I think that's a pretty fair indication. I think we mentioned before the game, all the games between these two are pretty evenly matched. So, going back as Atkin again, he wins that tap over the back. That's beautiful tap there to Sorensen. Handball, the back comes Atkin running off his own work. Goes in there. Good work coming back. Rob Schindler-Taylor brushes the tackle there. Mayu into goal. Is that the third? That is. Great ruck work of the tap work there by Anthony Atkin. Great work, and that's a great reward for the Bulldogs through Rob Schindler-Taylor. And that is 3 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Has certainly turned this game around, and Warners Bay are back within a kick. Three minutes to go, and that was very timely. And look, a big 3 minutes coming up also. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. GE Industrial Solutions. Great to have GE Industrial Solutions on board. They're actually the sponsors of our inaugural women's competition. And a quick shout out to all the women who are playing. Their competition has been fantastic. Nelson Bay had another win today there, four wins on the trot. So look, but the women have really embraced our game and they've been a great contribution so far. And thanks very much to GE Industrial Solutions also for their support. It's in the centre there again. Mudd's able to get over the top of Atkin this time. Prentice can't pick it, goes, overruns the ball. Probably should have had his head over at that time. As Mudd picks it up the ruck, but it's smothered. Downing comes in there. Running also is Clayton. Ball's on the ground. Clayton keeps his feet. Downing's on the ground. We're going to have a ball up. So Anthony Atkin, that last goal, he's fantastic ruckman. He's had a really good year this year, and just the tap work over the back there to Sorensen, pivotal in that goal. The kick-off there for Grinya, going back there is Fife. He can't pick it up there. There's also in there is Medcov. Also his base he's picked up. Handball out it comes to Jeremy Eddy. He swings on around the body. Luke Bell's too big for him now, but it's going to sit nicely for him. Luke Bell's in front of Sorensen. He gets there. Sorensen now lays a tackle. A quick handball comes back. They got the numbers. Nelson Bay here as McGrath gets it back there to Duval. Handball, scrubby old handball that time. Warner's Bay defence is holding firm there, but back to Jeremy Eddy. He goes one way, got it on a string on the left boot, snaps it over his shoulder and looks to the right, through from behind. They certainly look dangerous when they go forward. In fact, both sides are now looking pretty dangerous when they get the ball inside their forward 50, but just from the snaps, they're just able to. It's a secondary play, not so much even from the marks from Nelson Bay forward line. So the defence doing good. It's just a secondary ball. When it hits the ground, Nelson Bay are responding a little bit better. As Marn brings it out of the commentary side, looking out there for Luke Roach. Handball from Price gets it from Nelson Bay. Down it comes there looking for Clayton. A hurry quick out of the pack there from Gibbons. Mudd should be there for Nelson Bay. And the big ruckman takes a mark just outside of 50. What are we going to get out of this? I think it might be a little bit outside Muddy's distance, I think. Definitely is a call, so I'll back him in to kick a goal here now then, after that. So Ryan Muddy's going to come out. He's fairly confident. I like the way he's coming in. Nice kick to the top of the square. He held it back. Good thinking. Up there, who's the flyers there? Warner's Bay got plenty of numbers back. Wood picks it up. He snapped one round there before, but just in the nick of time there was Crotty. Comes back there to Marn. He's tackled. Back it comes to Crotty now. He gets a kick out. Back it goes there. Avery's in there. They've got 2-1 here in Nelson Bay's favour. Chris Avery's got some work to do. He's doing that work pretty well. McGrath gets it. Goes one way. Still goes there. Gets a handball. That's great work. That is fantastic tackle there by Chris Avery. Well done. Not only doing it offensively, but he's doing it defensively as well. 2 against 1 there. He's able to turn that over at half back. So Avery comes down there as we're moving in towards quarter time. He's going to go long and kick it to half forward. Not his best kick, however. Goes there. Well done by Luke Roach. He gets it, does the blind turn. Handballs into no man's land really, but picked up there. Well done. Long handball. Atkins in there. Also Fleming for Nelson Bay. Picking up there also Gibson. He goes in hard. They've certainly lifted their intensity, Warner's Bay. There's no doubt about that. As Avery certainly led the way, but Sorensen picks that ball up. He's immediately tackled. Chris Avery, really a special mention to him. He's really working hard, doing the defensive things. So even up forward, he's that defensive forward, trying to keep that ball in. Right at centre half forward. Gibson in the ruck there against Atkin. Atkin tacks it back there to Jake Roach. He goes to ground, picked up by Price. He's also been prominent. Jeremy Eddy, a hurry kick forward. Only going to go as far as Marn for Warner's Bay. His right foot kick brings the ball back to 50. But it comes there in the direction there by Madsen. He wants to go onto his left boot. Good Shepherd coming in there by Fleming. Madsen with a handball. Back it comes there to Vasey. Handballs off. It comes to Fleming. Oops, not real good on the left side there. But he handballs it to Grinya. He's under pressure from Atkins. Goes to ground there with a hip and shoulder right in front of the Nelson Bay interchange bench as a siren sounds for the end of a very enterprising first quarter at Dick Burwell Oval. And at quarter time, it is Nelson Bay, the 5-3-33, leading Warner's Bay 4-2-26. Goal kickers for Nelson Bay. Tim Duval has 2. Singles to Aaron Clayton, David Wood and Sean McGrath. And for Warner's Bay, 2 to Jeremy Buckley, singles to Chris Avery and Rob Schindler-Taylor. So at quarter time, very enterprising start. It's Nelson Bay who lead by 7 points. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the second quarter.
The Nelson Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Nelson Bay Golf Club, Seabreeze Hotel, Hunter Physiotherapy, Signs at the Bay, PRD Nationwide, Anytime Fitness, Masonry Constructions, and Bay Aerial and TV Services. all proud major sponsors of the Nelson Bay Football Club. The Warners Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Black Butt Hotel, 7th Street Caravans, Bodyworks Physiotherapy, Creative Sensations, McKern Steel, and WBP Property Group, all proud major sponsors of the Warners Bay Football Club.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game time.
Righto, back here for the second quarter. Nelson Bay this time kicking to the right of screen. As the sun comes back out, typical weather there. Good tackle there as dispossessed Vasey, and it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way there of Luke Roach. So both coaches would have been reasonably happy with the first quarter. The spearing kick comes in there by Jake Roach. Good defensive play there by Mayhew. Comes out there. Oh, well done there by Nickel on the right boot. Has a snap at goal. He looks pretty happy with it too. And that's an important goal to start the second quarter by the Warners Bay sharpshooter. And the margin's back to 1 point. Centre clearance is so important in football this day and age, no matter what standards that you play. And that was a good work there coming in by the Roach brother. Luke with a fantastic tackle. And you've got to be really happy with his tackling pressure that he's applied today, and handballed off to his brother Jake, and a spearing pass in there. And Nichols was responded by able to crumb a very good spoil and go through for an important goal. So just what they wanted there after trailing by 7 points at quarter time, and they've got the margin back to 1 point. So well done to the Bulldogs. Just got a couple of score from the other Black Diamond Cup game. It's quarter time at Adelaide Street Oval, and it's Terrigal Avoca 3-3-21, leading Killarney Vale 1 straight 6. So tight contest there also. The tight contest is here. 1 point the difference as McGrath and Nelson Bay kicks it forward. Out comes a Jeremy Eddy. Immediately tackle there. Well done. Good tackle out there. That time I've been by Burns. Comes back there. Lamond on the right, but he goes. Does a little short pick. Looking for DeVale. Good hands out in front of him. He's dispossessed there by Stewart, holding the ball. Good tackle there by Lincoln Stewart. And riding deep in defence. The Warners Bay defender gets a kick out there, ungainly kicking style, but it usually works pretty effective. As Matt Martin gets it, comes out there now to Jake Roach. Jake Roach just between half-back and centre wing. Looks to go along there. It's over the top there to Avery. Certainly, I reckon he was probably the spark that Warners Bay needed in the first quarter. They were down by 20-odd points. He kicked the goal, and certainly very inspirational in getting Warners Bay going. With another good pass into Buckley. But around half-forward flank there now, we're going to have a boundary throw-in. Sun is out. Had a little shower in the first quarter. I don't think it'll be the last one we've got. Liam, the cameraman, he's hoping for the rain to stay away. It goes down there now. Metcalf gets it there. Tackled there. He'll bumped actually by Vasey. Keeps going again. Good contest by a couple of hard nuts there. Green's tackle there. Tackled by Roach. Speaking of hard nuts, there's 2 more there. Some really good one-on-one battles around this ground at the moment. And very even Stevens, as the scoreboard shows. Just a 1 point advantage in favour of Nelson Bay. Right at the beginning of the second quarter. Boundary thrown there a little short. Favoured there as Bell. Picked up there by Grenier. He handballs it to no one in particular, but Avery's in there as always. Get there, Chris Avery. We're going to have another ball up. He's like a terrier dog in there. That's no disrespect to him. It's a compliment. How it comes there now. Bell in the ruck there. Schindler Taylor can't get it. Come back there. Speak of the devil. There he goes again. Shows a clean pair of heels on the left boot into a dangerous area. Buckley's his target. Good spoil there by Mayu. Just through sheer numbers back there. Fleming gets a ball. He does the big barrel. Out it goes over the centre wing. There's a foot race there. Cannon there. Also up there is Cam Earl for Warners Bay. Boundary line's also there. And we're going to have a ball, a boundary throw in. Good play there by Chris Avery. Got to a dangerous area. And just a 2-on-1 is quite a... Right there, look there, Chris Avery in the goal square there now. He's got his hands on his knees. He's certainly been in plenty of the action at the moment. But a good clearing kick there by Nelson Bay. Able to get it, nullify the situation. Right on centre wing, over the back it goes, through the legs of Spinks. Going there is Pfeiffer. He can't get it, but a quick tap off the boot goes to Schindler Taylor. He picks it up. Also in there is Marn, into a dangerous area again. Going back there, once again, good call back there by Fleming. At the moment with that situation, it's 2-on-1 there against Jeremy Buckley. They're working pretty well. Fleming's direct opponent is Avery, who's playing further up the ground, while Fleming sits more back in the hole to help out his teammate there. Kick there by Clayton. He goes out wide. It's going to be taken there by, I think that might be McGrath. He's certainly been pretty good performer in the first quarter, also by Nelson Bay. Probably one of their best last week. There's a spearing kick in there. Who's it going to find? Falls short by Metcalf, gets a hand to it. Back it comes to Anthony Aiken. Handballs misses Deverell. It's going to fall there for Morgan. He handballs back, but it only goes as far as Prentice for Warners Bay. On the right boot he goes into the dangerous area. Buckley comes out. 2 against 1, however, again, as Fleming picks it up, and he's going to clear it out. Gets a good handball. Out they go. The runners are on there in Grenier. He wants help there. Schindler Taylor, he certainly are. He handballs back inside to Michael Plain. Good pressure by Warners Bay. Plain, a forced handball. Comes back there to Cannon. He can't pick it up. Plain goes in there to give him a hand. There's plenty of Warners Bay defenders there also. They're working really hard. Grenier picks it up and says, I'm going to go forward. But he only goes forward into Warners Bay, and he's penalised for holding the ball. And once again, who's the recipient of that free kick? Chris Avery from Warners Bay. In the centre square. Good play there. They're just trying to clear that out. Avery handballs off. It goes there now to Jake Roach. A good kick into the square. Buckley's down there, but 4 Nelson Bay defenders are down there with him, and they force the ball over the line. So Jerry Buckley's sitting on the ground. All he can look around and see is blue and gold jumpers around him. So probably need to look at that structure a little bit. But they're certainly getting the ball in there. Up it comes there now. Cannon in the ruck. Over the top there goes Luke Roach. Goes out the back there. Picked up by Bell. He gets a hurried handball out to David Woods. He runs into a Warners Bay wall of players. and Rob Schindler-Taylor was one of them. He takes the ball out of bounds for a boundary. So the intensity that Warners Bay has shown has certainly lifted. I think they're in top in that area at the moment. And just by looking at that throw in there, they're probably kicking with the aid of a bit of a breeze by the way that throw in went. But it comes back there now as McGrath gets a kick. It goes right out. He's not happy with it, and that's out of bounds on the full. And the free kick is going to go the way of Roach. So I'm just trying to look there and see which way the wind's blowing there. It looks to be going a little bit favouring to the Tomaree end of the ground, which for those who aren't familiar with the ground is the left. Anna Bay is to the right. Well worth coming up the area to have a look around. Great holidaying place. That kick comes in there, and over the back it comes is Luke Price. He gets a handball off. It comes to Madsen now. Madsen goes back onto his left boot. Comes out towards the centre wing, but Warners Bay are all numbers back there as well, and Jake Roach is going to take another mark. So they can't clear their area at the moment, Nelson Bay. Roach looks to spear and kick in, but only goes in there. Price can't get his hands on, but comes back there now to might be Bell, and Bell kicks it out there. Dylan Stewart's up the forward part of the ground there. Comes back there over the top is Grinya. He goes one way. Good tackle there by Burns. He kicks it off the ground. That's going to fall nicely for Aiken. He picks it up. Blind turns one way and then gets a hurry kick. Into the forward line it goes. Inside forward 50. Buckley's down there. Punched away by Mayhew. Bell overruns the ball, so falls for Buckley. Handball it off to Marn. Marn on the 50, an ungainly shot at goal. And out of bounds on the full, the half-back defender, more accustomed to the other end of the ground. And Luke Price, free kick goes straight across the ground. It goes to Dan Morgan. A really good game of football this happening at the moment. It's Morgan for Nelson Bay. Goes towards a half-back line. Duval's in there with Stewart. Stewart uses the body, gets the ball down to Prentice. Handball over top. It comes to Luke Roach. He goes one way. Go the other. Good. Well done by the youngster there. Just didn't quite find the target with his handball. He butters up. He's going to get a second go at it. He puts the foot down. He has a shot at goal, youngster. Well done, Luke Roach. Well deserved. Fantastic play, and Warners Bay have taken the lead for the first time today. Sports Coast Trophies are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They're also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL. Sports Coast Trophies, fantastic play. 7-1 is the inside 50s this quarter. It's been down there, but gee, you really got to commend Luke Roach. It's the best game I reckon I've seen him play so far for a youngster. He's in there, he's putting his body on the line, taking tackles, laying tackles, and a really good reward there for second phase football, able to pick it up and a good conversion from 40 metres out. And the Bulldogs, as I mentioned, are in front, and Atkins certainly dominating through the ruck. Handballs it off, it comes to Martin. Through inside forward 50 they go. That is 8-1, just really dominating. Coming out there that time was Zach Nichols for Nelson Bay. Comes into the centre square. Clayton picks it up. He goes one way, goes the other. Handball, the back it comes to Morgan. He's tackled there once again by Roach. He's going to get a free kick for holding the man. Gee, that was lucky there for Nelson Bay as they had the numbers, Warners Bay. Gee, lucky to get away with that one too. Ant Atkin, he didn't throw the ball back on the full, but free kick's going to go the way there of Morgan. So just their intensity. As I said, work rate. That's what it's all about. That's what's got them back in the game. Not only back in the game, in front in this game. It's a good kick by Morgan. Up to half forward. Stewart's up there. Looks to be playing centre half forward now. It's 5 for handball. The back it comes to Medcart for Warners Bay. He goes out wide to Deverill on the centre wing. Kicks on the right boot. Schindler-Taylor out there with Bell. Good one-on-one battle. Well done by the experienced Luke Bell. And he gets it on the right boot. Where's he going to kick it to? Stewart there. Coming in also 5, but chipping back nicely. There was Nathan Vasey on centre wing. DeVale makes a lead. That's where he's going to honour that lead. Roach is going back there. Have a good work by the midfielder Jake Roach. Filled the hole in front of DeVale and great courage shown to take the mark. He wanted to switch it across the ground, but then thinks better of it. But he plays on. He'll go around DeVale. He does. DeVale put the pressure on. The Stewart's going to lay a Shepherd. But Roach looks to half forward. A good kick in there to Avery. And a good mark taken in front of Fleming. On centre wing, Avery goes inside forward 50 now. Downing's his target back there, but good work. Good use of the body taken by Jack Mayhew. And he relieving May. High kick up there. Jeremy Eddy goes up there. Good work. Courageous work there as well. Handball is too quick for Nichols. But Jeremy Eddy goes back and get it again to kick it out to the centre wing. Aaron Clayton's leading. Matt Spinks to the ball and Clayton will pick it up. He swings around on the circle. On the right boot he goes. Looking there for Morgan. And he finds Morgan right inside the centre circle. Second quarter gone, we played almost 10 minutes gone. It's 5 points in favour of Warners Bay. As Morgan gets it, goes in short, looking for Grinya. Over his head it goes. Deverill can't take the mark. Plains there. A little bit of one-handed handball, but he gets it away to Grinya. He's going to go towards goal, floating in there, but coming across nicely. Well done there by Sam Gibbons from Warners Bay. He switches the ball across the goal, and it's going to find Matt Marn. Where's the next target? Out it comes out there. is out there. I think that is Cam Earl out there. He can't take the mark, though, so he's going to have time to pick it up. He's going to pick it up in front of Price. He gets round Price and then handballs it into Burns. Burns wants to look to handball to Medcalf, but Medcalf instead lays the Shepherd, and Burn goes to centre half back where Jake Roach takes the mark. Settles things down again, looks for an open forward line. They're working well, the Bulldogs forwards. He goes out there, Downing on a good lead and a good kick. Downing overruns the ball, however, and Jack Mayhew apologised from Downing there as he said, oh, look, sorry, I overrun that one. There comes a Grinya on the right, but he goes into a dangerous area. Who they got there? DeVale. Up they go, DeVale. That's a timely mark. And a great mark by DeVale in front of Stewart. Good kick by Grinya. And DeVale has kicked 2. He's going to go back and go for his third goal. And just a good mark at crossbar, a timely mark by Jack Mayhew. He's taken a couple of those this quarter, just when they're looking dangerous going forward. Enterprising game. Tim DeVale, number 7 for Nelson Bay. He's kicked 2. 2 in the first quarter. This will be a good confidence boost. It was a good mark. Him and Stewart have certainly had a very good contest. 30 metres out from goal. Slight angle. Ball looks good off the boot. Here's a nice kick for goal. And as all your sharpshooters and full forwards, that's how you want to finish. And that's a third goal for the day to Tim DeVale. And Nelson Bay in a seesawing battle have again taken the lead. Waratah Sports have been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Waratah Sports. So good goal there, timely goal. They certainly made the most of their inside 50s. 9-3 the inside 50s in favour of Warners Bay. And they've kicked 2 goals to 1. So they probably haven't made the most of it, Warners Bay, but a timely mark and goal there by DeVale. And he kicked 3, so... When he kicks 3, he normally kicks a bag, so that's what they'll be hoping. It's a good ruck there by Atkin. Gets it down to Sorensen. Back it comes there now to Roach. Been very, very important player. Out it comes. Just falls short of Nichols, but he's got time to pick up the ball in front of Zach Nichols. Kicked him. Schindler Taylor's his target there. Bell goes back to him. Also in there is Luke Roach. Lays the tackle on Bell, but he's able to get the handball back to Cannon. Back it comes to Price. Tapped over there to Bell again. They're just using the ball, probably overusing, you could say there. But it's going to work out all right as Fleming, although not the best kick. I think he slipped just to get it. It's going to fall for Spinks. He overruns the ball. Picked up by Avery. He hasn't overrun anything today. Shows the ball one way. Goes the other. A snap kick in there, and Spinks has taken a mark. And Chris Avery again. Very, very important in that passage of play. And he's going to go back, and Matt Spinks is going to have a shot on goal. And Avery, very impressed with his game. I've spoken plenty about him. Normally a defender, but certainly played up forward as that defensive forward and covering plenty of territory, getting plenty of the ball. But Matt Spinks, good to see him back. Had a disrupted year last year with injury. Right boot strikes the ball. Looks to be going right off the boot. And it is, and through for a behind. Scores all level. 6-3, 39 apiece. Dick Burwell Oval. Round 6. Wilson Security. Black Diamond Cup competition. Game scheduled for Fagan Oval moved because of the wet weather during the week. You wouldn't know looking at this ground. Fantastic conditions. As Bell up there against Camel. Falls for Jake Roach. On the right boot, he goes a spearing pass in. Schindler Taylor can't take it at his bootlaces. Goes again. Should get a free kick for in the back. And it does to Rob Schindler Taylor. Good call there by Joey O'Brien. One of the best umpires in the business. Also very young. Only about, I think, 17, 18 years of age. 17, yep, thanks very much. And umpired the grand final last year, certainly in the running, having a good year as well as Price over the back. That was a kick going in there by Schindler Taylor, looking for Nichols, but Luke Price for Nelson Bay. Punched over the top. So we've got a bit of a break in play. Don't forget, next Saturday at number 1 Sports Ground, NEFL action comes to Newcastle with the Sydney Swans reserve taking on the Brisbane Lions. Game gets underway at 12 o'clock. And that's the curtain raiser to the big Black Diamond Cup game between Newcastle City and Terrigal Avoca. Back here it goes. Luke Roach snaps across his body. Danger Apprentice at the back. Oh, good timely fist there coming in. I think that might have been... was that Madsen, I think, might have been come across there very timely. So, yep, so big day of football next Saturday. Bit of AFL action, AFL reserve, great sides. Might have some real quality players. We'll probably better have another throw in there. A couple of quality AFL players will be playing that. But as I said, that's the curtain raiser to the big game, Black Diamond Cup game. Good throw in there. Up it comes there now. Mudd goes over the top of Sorensen. Going in there now is Bell. Runs into Sorensen. Avery's in there on the all hands. Well done by Spinks. He keeps his feet. Ducks his head there. Gets a handball. Back it comes to Avery. Runs into Josh Cannon. He gets the ball out there. Picked up there by Mudd. Using his bulk. Quick handball out to Stewart. He gets a hurry kick to Wood. Went to ground in front of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer kept his ground. Good work there. As he runs, however, into Spinks. Comes back there to Wood. Good work there by David Wood. Goes back, calls play on there, McGrath does just that, goes across to Clayton in front of Marn, goes to ground, might be 50, yeah, a bit late with a hit there. He always thought the Clayton was going to take the mark and went through with it, probably had a chance to pull up, but yeah, look, it was a fair 50, I think. And Aaron Clayton, he could kick it from here. The win, this will be a fair test for the win. Right on 50 he goes back. He kicks it off the boot. The ball's going to hold over the top of the square. Who's the high flyer? DeVal in there. Oh, good mark taken there by Jake Roach. Right back in the deep of the fence. He's working both ends of the ground at the moment, Roach. Him and his brother both been probably two of the better players for Warners Bay today. The score's all locked up after a free-flowing end-to-end battle we had in the first quarter where we had 8 goals. There's only been the 3 goals this quarter, but it's certainly no less of a contest. There's Pfeiffer on the left, but he goes. Up they go, flying high. That time there was Shmala Looms right in front of the Warners Bay bench. Handballs it back. It comes now to Prentice. On the right, but he goes. Kicks into a dangerous area. Going to be a free kick down the ground, however. Late tackle coming by Grinya. And the free kick going to be in the centre of the ground, taken by Metcalf. They got the numbers out wide. They're calling for it. Goes in short there. That's taken by Sorensen. Held there by Price. Really good use working of the mark there by Price. Sorensen does a wobbly kick out wide though. How's it going to bounce? Bounces all right there. Taking that time. Quick handball into Marn on the right, but he goes. Their lead coming from Downing. Not for the first time today. It goes over his head and out of bounds for a boundary throw in right on the behind post. Anthony Atkin there was waving his arms more towards the centre of the ground. He wanted the ball there. But we've got a boundary throw in right behind the behind post. Warners Bay into the ground. Got about 5 minutes to go before half-time. Certainly an enterprising game. Really good battle between two very good sides. Good throw in there by the boundary umpire. Goes back there right at Data. No one gets a hand to it. Shmala Looms can't grab it. He's up with Gibson. Schindler Taylor, another youngster, picks it up. He tackled, taken off him by Nelson Bay. He gets a hurry kick forward there. Taken by Vase. He's tackled also by Metcalf. Spinks picks it up. He keeps his feet. Goes one way, goes the other. High tackle there against Gibson. He went to go the bump instead of the tackle. Got him high. And a free kick's going to go to Matt Spinks. And from ill discipline there from Nelson Bay and a bit of chat. I think the free kick was there. I don't think there's too much doubt about that, but that just makes it a gimme goal. Now for Nelson Bay through Warners Bay through Matty Spinks. An important one's going to put Warners Bay back in front again by the solitary goal. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support your local business. Subway. Eat fresh. Also, Subway Morisset are the proud sponsors of the player of the match, which will be today's game. $20 voucher to be spent at Subway Morisset. So to Chris Bishop and his team at the Subway Morisset, thank you very much. And also, we can't forget our major sponsor, Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of service to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1-300-WILSON. We certainly do thank Wilson Security. Second-year sponsorship. Without them, we wouldn't be able to implement a number of initiatives we've done, and probably including this coverage we got courtesy of Bar TV, the best in the business. And a quick shout-out to the Black Butt Hotel, and they'd certainly be happy with that bit of play there by Jake Roach. Handballs over the top. It comes to Schindler Taylor, but just tackles Adam Grinya just a little bit high. So all those are the Black Butt Hotel. Big shout-out. I hope you're having a bet on the horses. I hope you're backing a few winners. And I hope you're also able to enjoy this coverage. As Grinya kicks it on the right boot, centre half forward. Down there his target was Jeremy Eddy, but they've got numbers back through Matt Marn. An awkward-looking kick, however. It's going to work out there right. He'll say that was a pass. And Lincoln Stewart gets it. Another awkward kicking style to Pfeiffer. Goes in there against Wood. Good mark by Rowan Pfeiffer. Under pressure by Wood. They could have turned that ball over there, but Pfeiffer was strong in the contest. Pfeiffer on the right, but goes in there looking for Aitken, a bit too big there, but now they've got numbers. So in Clayton, he's normally good use of the body. He does. He gets it into Jeremy Eddy, and Eddy takes a mark. Outside 50, too far out to score. Looking for the move there. DeVale's moving. Stewart's wearing him like a glove. Able to get front position. Well done, Lincoln Stewart. Woods there. He goes to ground in front of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer also goes to ground. He won't let it go. Well done by David Wood. Strength there, but he's tackled by Lincoln Stewart. And a good battle by all players involved in that contest. And Joey O'Brien says, give it to me, we'll have a ball up. Forward pocket, Nelson Bay's into the ground, currently trailing by 6 points. Ruck there, goes there. Price can't take the ball. Spinks has got his head over the ball. High tackle could be. No, play on's a call. He ducked his head. Good call. DeVal, too quick a handball for Jeremy Eddy. Clayton picks it up. He's dispossessed. DeVal picks it up. He's tackled also by Roach, and as Aitken gets a kick away. Goes down there. directed for Schmaler Looms. Bell picks it up, goes back to Madsen. Good pressure coming here. Well done by Tom Prentice. Schmaler Looms is still there. Gets a handball out. It comes to Luke Roach. On the left boot he goes. Along the ground, picked up by Downing. He'll be happy. One ball hasn't gone over his head. How's he make a left foot snap? It bounces well. Jack Downing. A great goal. And he's happy about it as well. Back-to-back goals for Warners Bay just before half-time. Gives them a 12-point lead. Well done, Jack Downing. Well done to Warners Bay. Yeah, fantastic goal. Don't you just love to see those big goals kicked? And Downing, I mentioned there before, he's made a couple of leads, had a couple of kicks go over his head, and probably been outpointed a couple of times by a direct opponent there in Jack Mayhew, but that time on the lead. And on the lead is his specialty. He got that ball and then went round on his left boot on the boundary and he was able to snake it through for a goal. So an important one for the Bulldogs just before half-time. Gives them a bit of breathing space, 12 points the margin after they were trailed by 2 points at quarter time. What have Nelson Bay got to respond there? Clayton's going in hard. Wood lays a tackle, but ball tips out to 5. He's immediately tackled, so Clayton picks it up, gets a quick handball. Back it comes to Jeremy Eddy. He wants it back. Clayton misses him. Kieran Lamont picks it up, though. On the right boot he goes. He has a kick into goal. Who's got the sit back there? Good use of the body there by Beck, but he can't take the mark there. Stewart's there, keeps his feet in the Warners Bay defence. Hold firm again, but they're not out of trouble yet as Martin can't pick it up. By DeVal, he's going to get a free kick. Oh, probably a little bit lucky with that one, I thought. But that's all right. Free kick's going to go back there to Matt Marn. Good defence there by Warners Bay. He's going to get him out of trouble again. Marn out to the centre wing. He goes. Stewart's made the lead down there. Over the head it goes back there to Cannon. Well, Bell, sorry. Went to throw there. He's gone against Lincoln Stewart, and that's going to go the way of Bell. He looks in there looking for a kick and finds Grinya. Grinya's got it inside the square. Who has the next lead coming from? The lead's coming from down there by Beck. He goes to take it on the chest. Spoil there. Took it in the hands. It's Byrne on the left boot. He goes out wide. Good call out there. It's Buckley also coming out there. Is Luke Roach, and he gets it. Too quick there for Mudd, the Ruckman Mudd. Roach on the left boot. He goes out there. Schmaler Looms picks it up. The youngsters are combining well. Luke Roach has got it. He runs into goal. How's this look off the boot? It looks very good. 2 goals for the quarter for Roach, and the Bulldogs are on fire. In 2015, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Prime 7's coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including the marquee Friday and Saturday night matches, Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team. Well, fantastic play there. Great goal by Luke Roach. But you look at that play, is that the future of Warners Bay there? Schmaler Looms was involved in it. Roach was involved in it. Who else do we have involved in it? We've had Schindler Taylor out there. He's certainly been very good. 3 very young players, all around 18 or younger there. So fantastic effort by youngsters. As I said, Luke Roach playing the best game I've seen him play. He's contributing both offensively and defensively. And to kick 2 goals, 2 long goals, it's certainly very inspiring. So 18 points of margin. We're almost at quarter time. Can Warners Bay get one before? It goes over the head there. Lamont can't get it. Burns is going to pick it up. He misses it there. Lamont, a hurry kick in there. Can they go? It's going to go over the back. No, falls in short. Oh, push in the back there. Free kick's going to go the way. That time of Gibbons. He handled it off quickly to Link Stewart. Stewart on the right boot. He goes out there looking for Roach. Been probably nearly best on ground, I reckon. He goes and away he goes. Takes him on. Goes one way. Confident. Not the best handball, however, but going to ground there was Price. He picks it up. He's going to go back there to Fleming. Puts him under pressure. There's a good tackle by Deverell. Lucky to get away, not high on the ball. Price picks it up. Handballs back to Clayton. Where's he going to go? Got nowhere to go. Goes one way. Goes the other. Then handballs and hit and hope there for Morgan. And the siren sounds for half-time in a very enterprising game of football. And Warners Bay, on the back of a 5-1, second quarter have turned a 2-point quarter-time deficit into a 18-point lead. So at half-time, Warners Bay, 9-3-57. Nelson Bay, 6-3-39. Goal kickers for Warners Bay, 2 to Luke Roach, 2 to Jeremy Buckley, singles to Matt Spinks, Jack Downing, Chris Avery, Josh Nichols and Rob Schindler-Taylor. And for Nelson Bay, 3 goals to Tim DeVal, singles to Aaron Clayton, David Wood and Sean McGrath. So a big turnaround in the second quarter there by Warners Bay on the back of a dominant inside 50 count. dominant midfield, and some really good intensity and pressure on the ball carrier. And that's been the big difference. And they've kicked, when you look at here, after kicking 5-1 at the start of the first quarter, from the 15-minute mark of the first quarter, Warners Bay have kicked 8 of the next 9 goals. So they're really taking this game by the scruff of the neck. And a halftime break probably couldn't come quick enough for the Nelson Bay coach and David Ross, as he wants to really get his charges, gets an opportunity, 15 minutes, to get their minds back on the job. So anyway, at halftime here, it's Warners Bay, 9-3-57, leading Nelson Bay, 6-3-39.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33, I'm going on my break.
We have a visual.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports.
The Nelson Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Nelson Bay Golf Club, Seabreeze Hotel, Hunter Physiotherapy, Signs at the Bay, PRD Nationwide, Anytime Fitness, Masonry Constructions, and Bay Aerial and TV Services. all proud major sponsors of the Nelson Bay Football Club. The Warners Bay Football Club would like to thank the following major sponsors: Black Butt Hotel, 7th Street Caravans, Bodyworks Physiotherapy, Creative Sensations, McKern Steel, and WBP Property Group, all proud major sponsors of the Warners Bay Football Club.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. Welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming, basketball,
netball
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
it's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
and you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the Hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, sorry, mate. All right. All right. Yep. Good. Good. Starting early again, they caught me on the hop there. Lucky I'm a fit athlete. I was able to run up those stairs in record time. As out it comes there now. Nelson Bay, third quarter. Madsen in, goes into a dangerous area. Comes there, good spoil by Stewart there. He's done all day. Goes down there to Gibbons. Quick handball that comes out there. Back it comes to Grinya. Grinya picks it up on the half-forward flank, gets it around there. Just seeing there, as Tim DeVale still down from that last contest. But Warners Bay are able to bring it out again. In the hands of Burns. Been pretty quiet today, but just marshalling the troops. Stewart's been very good for Warners Bay. Out he comes to the half-back flank at the ball. Sits up, bounces very unkindly for anyone, really. Out there, that's good work there by Madsen. Also down there by Roach, one of the better players. That is the younger Roach today. Actually, both Roach have been very good. What am I talking about? And out of bounds on the full. So both coaches certainly... Probably contrasting coaches, I would have thought. I thought that Mark Bottrell would be very pleased with his troops. David Ross, probably not so, I would have thought. And we should see how they come back and respond. We come there, out of bounds again. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick's going to go the way of Nathan Vasey. Right on centre wing, a very stagnant Warners Bay. There is not... What are we waiting on? Waiting on... No, we've got a boundary throw. It's a boundary throw. And they think it's out in the full, but it's actually a boundary throw-in. Everyone was standing around waving at each other. Right, so while we're waiting, that's just quick score from the other ground, Adelaide Street Oval, half-time. Terrigal Avoca, 6-5-41, leading Killarney Vale, 3-3-21. So 20-point lead to the reigning premiers and the ladder leaguers. In board it goes down, Nelson Bay. Clayton's down there, coming out hard was Marn. Both going very quickly. Falls for Clayton again. On his familiar right boot he goes into the dangerous area. Who's down there? Oh, on his own, should take the mark. There was McGrath. Sean McGrath. Takes a mark, been very good for him also for Nelson Bay. Looks to have been moved forward by Coach David Ross. This will be important. And he comes, strikes the ball. And that's a goal to Sean McGrath. And an important one for Nelson Bay as it brings the margin back to 12 points. That's a second goal for Sean McGrath. So really good work. Just a couple of scores we've got coming through. In the women's, Newcastle City, 8-16-54, defeated Lake Macquarie, who were unable to score. In second division, the entrance Baddo Bay, 17-10-112, defeated Singleton, 2-4-16. We had Nelson Bay, 9-14-68, defeat Wyong Lakes, 4-4-28. Musselbrook, 15-19-109, defeated Warners Bay, 2-5-17. So that was the second division result. And the other women's result earlier, Nelson Bay, 5-3-33, Warners Bay, 2-6-18. Back in the middle we go. Atkin in the ruck, been very influential. He gets it down to Clayton. Nelson Bay going to try and move the ball forward as Bell picks up. Handball, the back it goes to Grinya. Out wide it goes now to Morgan. Hurriedly onto the right boot. How's it going to go there? Fall for Clayton. Good work. He can really able to find the football. Aaron Clayton on the back foot, chips it up there. Good work by Stewart, leading Duval, but Stewart was able to get in front of him. Good work. He's done that. He's used the body of Lincoln Stewart. He's fantastic. A lot of times you see him behind, but he just works his way forward, and his never die attitude certainly would be an impressive part of his play that would impress Mark Bottrell. As Ryan Mudd taps it down there also with Anthony Atkin. Ball's on the ground. Atkin goes to pick it up. Two Nelson Bay players are fighting over the ball there. Vasey's going to be the first one to pick it up. There's going to be a ball up. Inside forward 50, they've certainly come out better. Had a period there where Warners Bay kicked 8 of 9 goals leading into half-time. Warners Bay were able to get the first goal, but that one's a hurry kick out of the pack and out of bounds on the full. And the free kick's going to go to Matt Mann. In the back pocket for Warners Bay, currently leading by 12 points. We played 4 minutes in the third quarter. Mann, a nice kick out towards centre wing. Flying early was Jake Roach. Goes over the back now to Grinya. He picks it up. Wants the handball back. Used a little kick. Couldn't get the hands there. Taken by Jake Roach again. Dylan Stewart picks it up. Goes on the left boot. Gets out there, but coming in there is Alex Schmaler Looms. I'll beg pardon there. And Pfeiffer at half-back. Goes there, gets a kick out there. Up there going. Morgan's in front there, but good use the body by Chris Avery. He was the one who got it was the spark that got him back in the game with our 4 goals down. He's kicking there. Good, courageous play there by Cannon. Rob Taylor goes in for it. Good work by Cannon also. We're going to have a ball up. Half-forward line. Waters Bay's end of the ground. Chris Avery, certainly, when they're down by 20 points, he kicked a goal to really spark, and then he was really inspirational in the just with his play and very influential in getting the Bulldogs back into play with his defensive output and also his offensive play. Now the ball up, centre half forward. Mudd against Atkin. Mudd gets a tap down. No one's going to get a clear clearance, however. Okay, good work by Adam Green. I love the way he puts his head over the ball. Out it comes to Cannon on the right. But goes out there, McGrath against Marn. A good one-on-one battle. Both goes to ground. That's going to allow Jake Roach in to pick the ball up. He does with one hand, like a skillful player he is. Left foot goes down there. Or Downing looks like he probably took it out of the hands of, I think it might have been Prentice out there. Prentice goes to ground, gets it out. So Downing now in the bright green boots. Gets it off the ground. Good work by James Fleming. He put it under his arm and kicks it out. And then his kick finds Bell. Good spoil, good contest. He's going to get the free kick, however. Great play, James Fleming. Ball was coming to danger. He just tacked the ball 100 miles an hour, got it, took it on, and then was able to find Bell. So Bell on centre wing, looks in half forward, Duval's in there. Going back there is Roach. Doing a good job, Jake Roach. Getting back there, filling those holes. Back it comes to Stewart. Good quick hands out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer on the right boot, centre wing. It comes down. Downing's got the sit there. He spoils the ball. Comes down there to Vasey. A hurry kick. Probably needed more time. Disappointing result. He puts his hands up. He acknowledges that Nathan Vasey is a better player than just having to get the ball and kick blindly. But Jake Roach really patrolling across half back and through the centre. A good kick in there, but it's going to fall down. Cannon can't get it, so he puts the boot down to trap it. He then butters up and gets it himself. Goes back in there. Metcalf is in there also picking up. They're coming through. Well done there by Bell, but good work by Crotty. Back it comes to Schindler Taylor. He gets it, wants to hit it off the ground there. That time he's going in there. I think it might be Mann in there with Price in there, with Madsen in there also with, I think that is O'Brien, and he'll throw it up. Being the umpire, it's his ball. Back it comes to Muddy, gets a tap at it. It comes down to Vasey. Going in there, good work. Might be Green, but coming there, high tackle. Free kick's going to go the way there of Matt Mann. No doubt about that free kick. So Mann on the hook, goes there looking for half foot. Good lead coming in by Avery. Goes over the head of Price. So Price is going to be able to pick it up. On the left boot, he goes there wide. Good disposal. Looking for Fleming. Fleming takes it all. Overrun there by Devils. Allowed Fleming to get it and allows him to go. He on there now. On the right boot, he goes through half forward. Into a danger there on his own again. Is that McGrath again? I think it is. Good play by James Fleming. Really good work. There's a couple of good things he's done this quarter. So I gave Actually, just a quick correction. I gave James Fleming the praise for that ball coming out of the back line. It was actually Michael Plain, but McGrath goes through. McGrath kicks his second goal for his quarter, the third for the game, and that now makes the margin back to a goal. Yeah, so my apologies to Michael Plain. It was Michael who actually did that good run out of defence and certainly stemmed a tie and also sparked another attack. So well done to Michael Plain. Also good work to James Fleming out here on the wing. Good conversion, Sean McGrath. Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. The Herald's reporting and commentary leads public debate in the region, and its coverage of local issues from business and politics through to sport and entertainment is second to none. The Newcastle Herald, the voice of hunter, in print, online and mobile. So it's a seesawing game, and certainly whatever David Ross said at the break has certainly worked, because they've come out and been really good with the finish there, and they've got the margin back to just a solitary goal now, and I think that's what very important is Roach now. Gets a hurry kick forward. Warner's Bay, they're going to respond. Comes out leading out there. That time is Schmaler Looms. Dispossessed, however, that time by, that might be down there, is Plain. He goes to ground, however. Good work by Cannon. Gets it back there now to Fleming. Fleming on the right boot. Goes out there on the wing. Leading there. He's coming through his Madsen. Also out there is Vasey, but the boundary line is a little too close. And we're going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Over the back it goes. Cannon up against Schindler Taylor. Comes down there to Grenier. Gets a hurried handball. It's going to be intercepted by Deverell, though. Sort of had a look there at Grenier coming at him. Good handball by Nichols. Gets it back to Deverell. That's a couple of times he took his eyes off the ball. Probably would have liked those 30 seconds over again. I would think if he could, would have been Lockie Deverell. Comes out there now. Spinks has got it. Get there. He's tackled there. Taken by Fleming. A hurried handball goes out there now. How's it going to sit? Sitting well. Metcalf has got it there. Taken. Goes to ground by Madsen. Right in front of us here. Deverell goes in. That's better attack on the footy. Well done. And he gets up. He sits sitting there on top of Nathan Vasey. Two young guns. Get up, both smiling. It's always good. You'll love a bit of... Go hard at the footy, but also can have a bit of fun as well. Well done there by Josh Nichols. Gets a kick, goes there. Call of mine by Fleming, and Fleming goes up and takes the mark across half back. Much better attack today this quarter by Nelson Bay. Comes out there to Grenier. He's certainly been a very good player for the Nelson Bay Marlins. Grenier, the skipper for Nelson Bay. Goes there, went close to mark and then went around Deverell. Again, we have to get a hurry kick. Where's the target? Down there. DeVale's the target up against Stewart. Over his head it goes. Marn can't take the mark. Clayton gets it. Handballs out. It comes to Woods. Back it comes to DeVale. He's going to be tackled by Spinks, but not before he gets a hurried snap. Going in Michael Plain. He's run virtually the length of the field to get to that. And it's out of bounds. Boundary throwing. 20 metres around. Nelson Bay's goal. Currently Warner's Bay. Played 11 minutes. 9-3-57. Nelson Bay, 8-3-51. A fantastic contest here in good conditions, which who would expect that after the rain we had yesterday. It's going to have another boundary throw in there. Yeah, so for those who weren't aware, torrential rain yesterday, over 2 inches of rain, forced this game to be moved from Fagan Oval down to Dick Burwell Oval, which is at Nelson Bay. Also forced a cancellation of the games at Number 1 Sports Ground, which is disappointing. But, you know, we've got a great contest here at the moment. As Eddie gets a handball into the top of the square there. Should have been a free kick there, but missed. As Pink gets it, handballs over the top. It comes down to Burns on his unfamiliar right side. He turns around. Back it comes there now for Beck. His handball misses McGrath to the goal kicker in this quarter. He tackles Marm. We're going to have a ball up there. Harrison Crook throws the ball up in the air. Atkin in the ruck there against Mudd. Comes down there. Well done by Roach. He kicks it up in the air. Fleming's there. Comes back there. Good work there. Good work by Gibson. And then Schindler there. He plays on to Fleming. Kick's not going to find its marker. Past McGrath. Past the Vale on the left boot. Handballs are intercepted by Pfeiffer. And the Warners Bay defence stands firm again. His kick's going to find Avery. Handball of odds. That's a timely hand coming in there by Plain. That time as Schindler tails away. But Avery wins the ball back. He kicks to half forward. Downing's down there. Coming out is Mayhew. Also there is it's Buckley. Buckley goes there. Well done by Mayhew. He gets a right book. Atkins back there over the head of Mudd. It falls to the ground. Jeremy picks up, brushes the tackle of Jake Rose, and then gets a good kick. Well done, Jeremy Eddy. And the Mark taken by Grinya, plays on quickly, goes into a danger area. Clayton's there over the back. Clayton goes up against Stewart. Good contest by Stewart. Well done by Pfeiffer, roving the pack. Gets it on his left foot. Downing's there if it sits nicely for him. It does. He handballs back. It comes back to Marn. Marn on the right boot. Looks for Buckley. Can't find him, but it sits nicely. Buckley on his left boot. Goes one way. Sells a nice dummy. Gets round Stewart. Over the head of Price. Cannon comes out leading Schindler Taylor. Comes out there. Avery now up against Price. 1-on-1. Good battle by Avery. Goes one way. Gets on the left boot. A hurry kick. Looking for Prentice. Is not going to get there. For free kick. Free kick there. Got him for leg. So free kick's going to go back to just inside the forward 50. It's going to go to Chris Avery. Might be a little bit too far out to score. Any breeze I reckon there is, he would be kicking nearly directly into it. A few legs. Yeah, goes back there short to Downing. Outside forward 50. Too far out to score now. You're going to line up down. He's a bit of a sharp shot. That'll take his best and probably a little bit more. You're going to play on there now. Goes across there for Sorens. He's been sitting out there for a while, but I think it's going to find Eddie, though. And Jeremy Eddie takes the mark. Probably could have. I think he could have went to Sorensen a little bit earlier. It's on there. High kick up there. Got number 3-on-1. A good contest for Warners Bay to win here. That's a good 1-on-1 contest by Adam Grinya. 3 against 1. He gets it. Plays on under pressure from Burns. Goes to half forward. McGrath. Good work by Pfeiffer. Falls for Wood there. Wood against Downing. Well done, Fro and Pfeiffer. Good defensive play. Been pivotal in a couple of forward defensive plays there. That comes out there, and Pfeiffer, the ball's going to be a high tackle. Free kick's going to go to Grinya. He's certainly been. He's got led from the front to get the Marlins back in this game. Out it comes there to Madsen. They're in the game all right. They're only trailing by 6 points. As Madsen has a bounce through the centre wing. Kicks it long in the direction there of Beck. Up they go, but over the back is play-on's a call. Off hands. Gibbons gets it though. Cool under pressure. Finds Marn. Marn on the other pocket. He's got Sorensen out here free on the flank. Goes to him. It doesn't follow. Sits. A cruel bounce allows Luke Bell in there. Luke Bell comes in on the right boot. He tries a banana kick and just threw for behind. 5 points now. Good play by Luke Bell. Just the old oval football. It can be a cruel beast at times, and it certainly was cruel then. Kick there comes out. It finds Pfeiffer. Been very good this quarter round. Pfeiffer. He's cut off a couple of dangerous Nelson Bay forward entries. As Grinya gets it, he's going to do another forward entry. Comes in there, chips in there, looking for DeVale. Free kick down the ground against Jake Roach. Going to go. I think that's going to be. Is it Vasey? No, DeVale's got it. No, it's going to be McGrath. Good try. If I was DeVale, I'd be trying to get it. It's going to be McGrath. Yep, yeah, but it's McGrath. Vasey's in the middle there. So McGrath's kicked the 2 goals. His quarter. He's kicked 3 for the game. So he's gone up forward. He's been very pivotal for him. He comes in now, strikes the ball off the boot. He got the bit of a lean and it just misses across the face of goal. Through for a behind. 4 points of margin. Almost 16 minutes gone. Third quarter. Nelson Bay got themselves back in this contest. Led by 2 at quarter time. Trailed by 18 at half time, and it's 4 points the margin at the moment. It's not a very good kick coming out by Marn. Allows Vase in there, but good spoil there. Good work by Roach. He actually brushes off a tackle. Calls for holding the ball, but that's a fair contest there. We're going to have a ball up there now as umpire Harrison Crook. One of our young umpires, Harrison Crook, is certainly making a good fist. I think it could be his first full year of umpiring the Black Diamond Cup. So certainly doing a fantastic job. As Wood gets it out there now. Pfeiffer there up against McGrath. Coming in to help McGrath is Cannon. So 2 against 1 there for Nelson Bay. McGrath's going to get it though. He gets it back there now in direction of Gibson, comes out there to Vasey. Vasey on the right, but he goes. He's going to put into a dangerous area. Who's back there? Nichols has got the centre. Nichols! Zach Nichols, good mark. 1-on-1 with Josh Nichol and just had the height advantage, and he reached up and was able to take a very strong mark. And he's going to go back from 20 metres out directly in front to put the Marlins back in front. Good strong grab. Good play by Vase. He kicked it to a dangerous area. So Nichols' right foot comes in. Awkward kicking style. He's missed it to the right. There's a couple now they've missed. 3 points of margin. Star 104.5 Central Coast plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns, Brisbane Lions, and also the exclusive on-field apparel supplier to the Black Diamond AFL. and also the suppliers of the Warners Bay Indigenous jumper they're wearing today, designed, of course, by the goal-kicking legend Morris Goolagong, in support of Indigenous round, of which they have two playing from today, Matthew Spinks and also Rob Schindler-Taylor. So well done, guys. Well done to Warners Bay. A great jumper, great initiative. As goes out there in front of Pfeiffer. We're going to have a boundary throw-in. Right on the half-forward flank. 55 metres around from the Nelson Bay goal. A couple of missed opportunities. Sees them trailing now by 3 points. Actually haven't scored this quarter, Warners Bay. As that time, Deverell on the left boot brings it around there, looking there for Prentice up against Dylan Stewart. Battle of the Redheads. It's out of bounds on centre wing. Yeah, so this quarter, Nelson Bay's kicked 2 goals, 3. Warners Bay are yet to score after Warners Bay led by 18 points. So we've got 3 points, the difference, almost entering time on in the third quarter. So we're going to be set for a pretty cracking last quarter. Courtesy of Bar TV, the best pitch in the business. But goes out there now. Can they pick it up? A hurry kick off the ground by the big man Aiken. Coming out there, Mayhew leads the ball. He grabs it under one arm. Good defence again. Kicks it out there. Looking out wide. Good vision. Finds Morgan. He's out there also going with him, going to ground. There was Nichols, but kicked in there nice. A good use of the body on Madsen, got in good position, then couldn't take the mark. Well done by Bell. Gets a little handball into Lamond. Lamond goes one way, the big fella, then gets a handball back. It comes there. Can't get a hold of it, was Bell. In there is Eddie, also with Jake Roach. They both get up, try to take the ball, and we're going to have a couple of balls there, and we're going to have a ball up. Just inside the centre square, centre half forward, Nelson Bay's end of the ground. As Atkin, he's been dominant in the tap-outs. Back it comes to Medcup, also been very dominant. He's been playing on Luke Price, taken by Deverell. Comes there now. They've got the sit there as Buckley. Good pressure coming there from Mayhew. A foot race now. Buckley against Mayhew. Mayhew's got the pace in this one. He tried to take the ball and go round, but he's quite happy to see the ball out of bounds. So just on Medcup, we spoke about earlier on the jobs he's done, and he's gone to Luke Price at the moment. When after Price started really well, he's doing a really good job on Price at present. So I think that could be pivotal in the outcome of this game because Price is a very dangerous player. High tackle there. Ducked his head. Comes in. He can't get rid of that. Could have been a throw as well. Good work by Schindler-Taylor. Back it comes to Spinks. One way and the other. He tries to get through some traffic there. Going to be penalised. Holding the man. Free kick's going to go the way there of Matty Spinks, who's kicked 1 goal. So this to extend the lead out to 9 points. They haven't scored this quarter. Spinks has already got 1 goal. Right boot looks pretty good off the boot. Looks really good. Just hit the poster. Second poster today for Warners Bay. So both teams have missed opportunities this quarter. And it's still 4 points to margin. Warners Bay, as Price is going to bring the ball back in. He kicks it out in the Jeremy Eddy, Ryan Mudd direction. Good, plenty of distance on that kick. Jeremy Eddy goes there. 2 grabs. There it was against Anthony Atkin. Free kicks not being awarded there. They're going to have a ball up. Joey O'Brien. As Jake Roach gets up. 2 minutes to go. The official time before 3-quarter time. Can they get a goal? Bounce, a cruel bounce there. Goes back there, playing, goes one hand, goes to Clayton. Very sure footed. He has 1 bounce there, but he's going backwards. Gets a long handball out. It comes there now to Mayhew. A scrubby kick though. It's going to work out all right there. Good work by Morgan. He traps the ball and then gets it out of the direction. It's going to sit there. Should sit there now for Luke Roach on the right boot. He goes in to kick there and he finds, he can't find Medcup. Handball, the back it comes to Roach himself. He's kicked 2. Where's he going to go? Go one way, goes there. Back it comes to Prentice on the right boot. He snaps a goal. It doesn't make the distance. And Clayton, the goalkeeper for Nelson Bay, he's going to run out. He runs into trouble. It's going to sit nicely for Price and they're out Nelson Bay. Playing through half back, half forward out in the direction of McGrath. The goal kicker for Nelson Bay. He gets it in front of Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer holds him up. He looks to go inboard to Bell. Next time he can go inboard. Wood looks to be on his own there, and that's where he's going to go. Lazy kick, however, it's not going to find him. Disappointing result. Becker come there. Good tackle come there now. Going to be a ball up. That's, Sean McGrath wouldn't be happy with that. It was just a lazy kick. Didn't reach Wood there. And what was a promising, potentially forward thrust goes there. As Mudd goes up in the ruck there against Jared. Sits there nicely coming down for Buckley on the left boot. Sorry, that was Medcup. Buckley's down here now. Sits down there, goes past Stewart, falling in there for Medcup, backing up himself. Gets a handball. Back it comes to Avery. A handball across comes to Schindler-Taylor. Gets a quick handball to Prentice. Open goal, Tom Prentice. How's he go? It is sitting through. Tom Prentice right on 3-quarter time. I didn't think the ball had enough momentum to get it over the line. But it did, and that's how pivotal will that goal be in the outcome of this game. And some good work there to bring that up there from the defence, and Buckley was involved in it. Medcalf was involved in it. Rob Schindler-Taylor, very smart hands. Tommy Prentice got it. He would have only been 25 metres out, but he had it, and it just sat, and then just bounced over the line. So right on about to be three-quarter time, 10 points of margin in favour of Warners Bay. And we've got to have a thrilling last quarters. Up we go there now. Mudd against Atkin. Comes down there to Roach. He gets it. Handball. The back it comes there now to Medcalf. On the left boot he goes. Out there playing. In the direction also of Avery. One-on-one battle. Oh, Plain overruns it. Avery picks it up. He gets it. Goes one way. On the right boot. Kick it. Goal. I think it's going across the face. Oh, they maybe let him off the hook there. That's certainly looking dangerous as three-quarter time approaches. 10-5-65 Warners Bay. 8-6-54 Nelson Bay. 11 points. Kick out there now. Goes out wide. Price is the target. High fly, that was Spinks. Comes down there to Prentice, the last goal kick up against Stewart. Stewart tackles him. He brushes the tackle. Right on three-quarter time. And we've got a thrilling finish coming up as Nelson Bay trail by 11 points after trailing by 18 points. At three-quarter time, Warners Bay 10-5-65. Lead Nelson Bay 8-6-54. Goal kickers for Warners Bay, 2 to Luke Roach, 2 to Jeremy Buckley, singles to Matthew Spink, Jack Downing, Chris Avery, Josh Nicol, Tom Prentice, Rob Schindler-Taylor. For Nelson Bay, 3 goals to Tim DeVale, 3 to Sean McGrath, including 2 in that quarter, singles to Aaron Clayton and David Wood. So we've got one quarter, exciting clash coming up. It's 11 points in favour of the Bulldogs. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for that exciting last quarter.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33. I'm going on my break.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Righto, back here. Last quarter about to get away. A big clash. Big last quarter coming up for both sides. Currently, Warners Bay leading by 11 points. Score, three-quarter time score in the game at Adelaide Street Oval. Terrigal of Oka, 7-7-49. Killarney Vale, 3-5-23. There's a kick out there. Warners Bay going to go to attack the first time. A good mark taken by Stewart, half back for Nelson Bay. Dylan Stewart kicks towards the half-forward line. Bells a target down there. Jeremy Eddies also goes out the back, taken by Burns. Gets a hurried handball out. Yeah, throw. Didn't think that was a correct disposal. Good pick up there. It's going to go to Jeremy Eddy. Price runs loose there. He's going to be there. He's going to take a mark. Goes back in front of Jake Roach and Luke Price, the potential match winner for Nelson Bay. Well held today. Alex Metcalf has done a good job on him, but that time just able to get free, and Eddie was able to find him. So big kick coming up for the vice-captain for the Marlins. 30 metres out. They're currently trailing by 11 points. And David Ross, this will be the perfect start. Comes in. Close to the man on the mark. Kicks it up. I don't think it's going to make the distance. Comes back there. Who's the high flyer needed? Who's the high flyer? Stewart knocks it down there. Comes back there to Gibbons. Back it comes to Stewart. Handball's off the Devil. Back it comes to Stewart also again. Gets a handball out. Trying to run the ball out. Marn gets it. Stewart picks it up. He says, I'm going to get it. This is enough of this fancy stuff. Let's just get it on the boot and get it out of here. And Avery. Great mark. Chris Avery. Half-back on. Been very good for them today. The line's going to fall. Oh, that should go to Cannon. And Cannon should take the mark, and he does. On centre wing. It's getting a little bit darker here, a little bit colder. The rain holds off. It's Cannon on the right boot. Goes down to Lamont. Oh, that's just going to go there. Should be a mark taken by Burns. Runs into Deverell, but Burns takes a chest mark. Centre half back. Wants to go one way, then goes back the other. So, but Burns on the left boot, he goes out of the wing. Cannon again, Schindler Taylor. Avery over the back. Balls comes to the front where it's Madsen. Handballs over the top of Price. It's going to go straight there. Good work by Sorensen. Uses his pace, then gets a left boot. Downfield. Gets out. Speaks, gets it. Oh, wanted to go on, but it's going to come back. Just a fraction late was Andrew Gibson then from Nelson Bay. And the free kick's going to go to Spinks right on 50. Goes back there now. Out it comes to Luke Roach. He gets on the left boot. Dangerous there. Buckley's in there. Also the back is May. Also back is Cannon. Cannon gets a kick. Is that going to be out of bounds on the full? No, just inside the boundary line. It's been very good today for Nelson Bay as Jack Mayu back at fullback. He's had plenty of work to do, and he's certainly stood up to every challenge that's been thrown at him. Certainly been one of the best. There's no doubt about that. Forward pocket, Warners Bay into the ground. They currently lead by 11 points. Another short throw in there. Back to Grinya now. Grinya gets it and runs across half back. Or kicks it out of the flank now. Bell out there. Also going out there after it is Crotty. Who's going to be first there? Crotty's not going to be there. Good work by Bell. Good put pressure on there. Avery tries to get around that. He's Fleming, and Fleming gets it. He's away. A long sweeping handball to no one in particular. Matt Mahn's going to get it first there. McGrath chases him, but Mahn gets the boot. He's going to find Metcalf on the lead at half forward flank. Too far out to score. Plenty of movement. Where's the next kick going to go? He's surveying his options. There's no one on the mark, so he runs through the mark. Left boot, an awkward kicking style. Back in there to Cannon. He punches the ball away from Schindler-Taylor. He picks it up, snaps it across the body. Oh, great goal, Rob Schindler-Taylor. Dowling did it from one flank. Schindler-Taylor did it from the other pocket. And that's a very important first goal of the quarter to the Warners Bay Bulldogs. In tight games of football, it takes little bits of individual brilliance that can turn a game, and we saw it in the second quarter. Jack Downing just before halftime kicked one around the body, and that time by the youngster there, Rob Schindler-Taylor, deep in the pocket, in the wrong pocket for a right footer, snaps it across his body, and everyone just watched as the ball went through, and 17 points to Warners Bay, and a mountain of work for the Marlins to do now. As Atkin clears it out of the centre, it goes down there, and Avery. Chris Avery again. He's been very, very good for Warners Bay. Too far out's the call. He's measuring it back like he used to do at Forsy's backs. There's the mark. He's been very, very influential player today as Chris Avery. Roach is alongside him. He goes there now. He runs in. This is no trouble for him. Straight through there, Jake Roach. He's first for the day. Chris Avery sets it up with the assist. And back-to-back goals. Going to make it hard for the Marlins now. 23 points. What have they got left? Have they got it in them? And Chris Avery been very good player. I mentioned that before. But I think probably the unsung part today comes out of the centre there where Anthony Ack has done a brilliant job in the ruck. They've been able to win those contests and been able to get the clear breaks and really nullified Nelson's Bay ability to get the ball out of the centre and get clear movements into their forward 50. So, Nelson Bay, if they're going to get back into the game in the next 15 or so minutes, they're going to need to start getting it out of there. As Atkin gets again, then once again the right kick comes forward, comes back there, Spink picks it up, gets around Stewart on the left boot. Now he does back on the right boot. He has a snapper goal. Is his 3 goals in 3 minutes? No, it's out of bounds. I see we spoke about the centre clearance. There was Atkin winning the ruck, winning the ball. He's so dominant in the ruck there now. He's even tapping it to himself. That's where he knows where it's going. He's really getting his hand on the ball first, making it very difficult for Nelson Bay. Boundary thrown right on the behind post. So up it goes there. Short boundary. Been doing that. Avery picks it up. Handball in the centre, across the centre goal square it goes. Payne's in there. Avery's in there. Picks up by Spinks. Back it comes there now. And that was Crotty holding the ball. Free kick's going to go there to Michael Plain. Aaron Clayton thought it was his free kick. No, he didn't. Goes back there now. It was Cannon, actually. He goes now to Clayton. Where's the movement coming from? They've got to lift themselves, Nelson Bay. They've got to be able to find a way. You're nearly too far there. Gee, just got away with that, Clayton. He goes another way. Dodges a few. Right boot. Looking there for Madsen, but chipping in there with Roach. He's going to have a shot at goal here. This could be the sealer if this gets in. Don't worry about that. It's true. I think the Bulldogs are home. Jake Roach, second goal for the quarter. The margin now out to 29 points. Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club is located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie. Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find them on Facebook. 16-footer the venue for this year's presentation evening, the Elliot Davey Medal presentation night. 3 votes will be coming out of this game. There's been some pretty good performers. Also, the Subway Morissette player of the match is in the centre. It goes there. Nelson Bay could be the understatement. Need the next goal. But Deverell back it comes to Jake Roach again. Out to the half-forward line. Schindler-Taylor and Cannon go chase the ball. Schindler-Taylor's going to get there first, but the boundary line beats him. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 3 goals in the first 6 minutes of the final quarter. broken this game right open. It's quite funny because when these two sides played in round one, it was the opposite. It was Nelson Bay who got the break and were able to go on and win the game. Warners Bay able to turn the tides today. Certainly looking like that at the moment as Gibson gets it for Nelson Bay. He kicks it across half forward. Marnes leading it, McGrath out for the race. Comes back to Clayton. He picks it up. He's tackled there. Will go take by Aiken. Back it comes out of Madsen. Go there to DeVale against Stewart. I reckon Stewart's won that battle. DeVale kicked 3 early. Hasn't had a sniff of it since then. Stewart's done a really good job as Deverell kicks it short to Jake Roach. Certainly becoming a dominant player now. He goes out there wide looking for Tom Prentice and a great kick. And Prentice takes the mark in front of Dylan Stewart. Handball's off. It comes there now to Metcalf. Awkward kicking style goes out there looking for Luke Roach. He's certainly been very good also. With Gibson, goes to Spinks. The youngsters now have Warners Bay. Prentice on the right boot. Good pass. Buckley's got this, has he? And he has. A good grab under pressure by Mayhew. Good kick by Prentice. And Buckley's going to go back and look to kick his 3rd goal of the game. Had a couple of early shots and goal, Buckley, in the first quarter. Got their first goal. Also got their 3rd goal also. And now he's going to go back, and this would definitely, I believe, would seal the game, make the margin 35 points. But just the young legs of Warners Bay, just sort of getting on top at the moment. As Buckley comes in, take a good kick. It's in the air. Just pulled it, I think, to the right and through for a behind. 13-6-84, 8-6-54. Cannon kicks it out wide there, looking out for Clayton. Oh, right on the line. I think he just got a hand to it. We're going to have a ball up. Just little things like that. Those passes just aren't quite finding their mark. Certainly putting pressure on. When you're trailing by 30 points, 10 minutes in the final quarter, you need to do everything right, and you need a bit of luck to go your way as well. Buckley tried to take it out of the ruck. Back it comes there now to Bell. Right boot it goes. Out there, Lamont's down there. Good mark there by the big fella. He brushes off. Rocco gets a kick there. Lamont goes out there. Eddie against Byrne. 1-on-1. Over goes Jeremy Eddie. Byrne, one of the better players for Nelson Bay. Certainly pretty good. Good tackle. Free kick's going to go there for a high tackle to Eddie. Jeremy Eddie goes down there. Clayton's down there. Vasey's down there. McGrath's on there. Where's it going to go? They get good work by Nelson Bay. They got numbers back. Forces them wide. And Grinya comes out there. It's not going to find him. Can he run onto it? He does. Gets around McGrath. Looks for a short kick. Coming out there is DeVale. He should take the mark. And he does. Great kick, Adam Grinya. Under pressure there. He's able to get the ball around his body. And Tim DeVale, the full forward there. They need a goal. They need to kick this. He should have a shot from there. He's in the side four. He's kicked 3. He's a beautiful kick of the ball. If ever they needed a goal, it was certainly now. 35 metres out. Off the boot. Looks good off the boot. It's just going to swing across the front. Who's up there? The high flyers need. I think a mark's taken by David Wood. He's going to pay the mark. Probably could have paid the man in front there, I think. That's a golden rule of footy, the man in front. But they paid it to David Wood. He's going to go back there now. He should kick the goal. He's already kicked 1 today. Comes in. He kicks it. He has kicked the goal. So there's still some life in the Marlins. Bringing the margin back to 24 points. David Woods kicks his 2nd goal for the game. Still plenty of time remaining. We've only had 11 minutes in the last quarter, but 25 points, a mountain to come back from. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. GE Industrial Solutions, also the proud sponsor of the inaugural Black Diamond AFL Women's Competition. So we thank GE Solutions, first year supporters of the Black Diamond AFL, and certainly their support of the women's competition is very much appreciated by all involved with the Black Diamond AFL, and certainly not least the women. But 24 points we've got here at the margin at the moment. Good result there for Nelson Bay. They need the next one, and it comes down there. They need a centre clearance. Jeremy Eddie tries that, but just scrubs off. It comes to Rocco. Simon Rocco, that is, on the right, but comes down there. Schindler Taylor's going to get it. The young legs have certainly lifted in the last quarter, so Schindler Taylor, he's certainly very servable. He fits in nicely into this side, and so is Luke Roach. The best game I've seen Luke Roach play is today. He on the right boot, he goes. The target down there is Avery. Up he goes there. He'll take it in mark there by Zach Nicholson. He takes the mark between halfback and fullback for Nelson Bay at the Warners Bay end of the ground. Nichols, he actually funny, where Nichols took that mark, I think he took the mark in the similar spot previous quarter, which resulted in a shot on goal, which he missed. That time he's deep in defence. As Madsen takes the mark now, halfback. He goes long and out wide. Lamont's a target. They've got numbers out there. The ball stays in. I don't think it will, though. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Probably need to be a little bit more direct than that. They had the numbers. They just need their big players to lift. They need Price to lift. They need Vasey. They need Clayton. They need them, and they need Grinya. That's who the players they need to actually get this game, get them over the line. As Bell comes back there now to Wood, he tries to hand the ball off to Madsen. He shuffles the ball forward with a fist off the ground as Marnes picks it up for Warner's Bay over. He gets it back towards the half-forward end of the ground. Schindler there up against Cannon, both holding, but free kicks going there against Josh Cannon for a holding. So Cannon, up he goes, kicks in there, sure, looking for Grinya, sits up there, Burns goes to spoil, goes over the back, so Grinya keeps his foot, he gets first on it, he's able to handball out to David Wood, the last goal kicker for Nelson Bay on the left foot, it's going to go over the head of DeVale, Stewart's going to win the race back, but it's going to be out of bounds. Probably not a bad result for Nelson Bay, if they can make the most of this opportunity. Throw in there now. Lamont's in the ruck up against Atkin. Lamont taps it over the back. Good work back to Wood. They've got it back here now. Comes back to Luke. Great smother by that was Deverell. It comes down there. It's going to fall for Medcalf and handball and narrow away. Downing. He needs to kick it. Tackled there by Bill. He gets away. Schindler Taylor comes over. Buckley's going to be first. Get it. He's able to use good body on Mayhew. Oh, great work, Jack Mayhew. He was out body there and went to ground and Buckley, but then he came up, never gave in, and was able to get a tackle on Buckley and turn it over. He kicks in the centre ground. This is dangerous, however. It's coming in is Avery. He gets it on the left boot. He goes, looks in there, finds Spinks. He calls Prentice out, and Spinks takes the mark. Great kick by Chris Avery, and Matt Spinks is going to go back in. Roach is in there. You'd think they learned by now. He's on the right boot. Goal number 3. Put down your glasses. 4 points to the Bulldogs. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They're also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL. So good work there. Just a reminder, next Saturday at Number 1 Sports Ground, AFL action of the elite level comes to Newcastle Number 1 when the Sydney Swan Reserves take on the Brisbane Lions Reserve. Game starts at 12 p.m. and that'll be followed by the Black Diamond Cup blockbuster between Newcastle City and Terrigal Avoca. So see some future AFL stars in the Swans and the Lions game. Hang around and watch the big boys play, Newcastle City and Terrigal Avoca. And that game, that Black Diamond Cup game, is the only Black Diamond Cup game on next weekend. The other 4 sides have the bye. So back in the middle we go. There's Bell in the ruck there. That goal that time kicked by Roach, running up there. Most clubs should be aware of that by now. As Clayton on the right boot, he goes. DeVale pushed off the ball by Stewart. Abels Gibbons to come in and pick it up. Lamont chases him. They've got plenty of support back there, Warners Bay. Kick there finds Downing, and Jack Downing takes a good overhead mark on the wing. Looks for the next. Plenty of movement coming there for Warners Bay. Kicks it out wide, though. It's going to be too wide, and David Wood should take the mark for Nelson Bay. Price is on his own in the middle. He's not going to go to Price. He goes on the left boot. The kick could be out of bounds on the full. Beck's there. No, Beck takes mark. No, Beck drops the mark. Comes in there. It's going to fall all right there, however, for Fleming. He holds his ground. Good strength. Gets a handball up, but only handballs back as far as Marn has been a good player for Warners Bay. He unable to get it, so Pfeiffer says, I'll come in and give you in. Another good performer also for Warners Bay. They've got plenty of them today. After being down by 24 points early in the first quarter, they really responded with 8 of the next 9 goals to go in 18-point leaders at half-time. Nelson Bay hit back with 2 goals with 2 goals to get back within 5, or actually got him less than that, 4 points during the third quarter. But Warners Bay have been able to respond with them. They've kicked 4 goals to 1 in this final term to make it a 30-point margin. And this result will actually see the Bulldogs sitting in the top 4 at the end of tonight's play. So Bell gets it, taps it back down there, goes to Madsen. Handball's to Price. He gets it, holding the man. Free kick's going to go to Chris Madsen. Get numbers back there. Still moving, still trying hard. They're going direct avenue to goal. Over the top is Stewart. Good play, Link Stewart. He's been a good player for Warners Bay. Having another great year. Unheralded back there. Probably the skills like that. Handball's off Lamont. Lamont kicks a goal. There you go. I can wrap anybody. I know me footballers. Don't worry about that. It's Kieran Lamont just right on cue. Able to get a handball from Lincoln Stewart. One of his rare mistakes today. Handball to Kieran Lamont, and round goals, he doesn't miss too many. Although I have been fair, I said his skills didn't say his skills were probably questionable at times, but it probably wouldn't be his best handball. But look, I'd have him in my side. I like the way he plays. He's just really solid down there. His ability, Tim DeVar looked dangerous early. He's been able, his ability to actually manoeuvre his way into the front position and then doesn't get manoeuvred off. He's very strong through the body. And look, and that's good play down there. As I said, we're all, I'm a little allowed a couple of mistakes, made a couple myself in my time. But I'm sure that he'll make up before that. It's 24 points to margin still. 18 minutes gone. As Atkin wins another tap. Down to Downing. On the right boot he goes. Comes back there to Prentice. He picks it up. Gets a handball out. It comes there now to, I think that's Cam Earl. He's Earl there in the tackle. Well tackled by Stewart. Oh, geez, probably been a bit lucky to get away with that one there. But another ball up. Umpire Harrison Crook. The umpires have done a good job today. Really commend them on their performance. As Atkin been really dominant in the ruck. Comes back again. We're going to get that for a throw. Free kick's going to go to Josh Cannon. So Bell now, right boot. Mayhew over the top there of Roach. That's Luke Roach. Well done there by Jeremy. He handballs out and then puts a foot race on. He's got to beat Luke Roach. A bit of action by both of them behind the back. Matt Marn comes out to give Luke Roach a handle. That's out in the full, I think. No, going to be called for a boundary throw in. Right on centre wing. 19 minutes gone. Final quarter. 24 points to margin. Warners Bay leading Nelson Bay. Round 6 action. Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup. Game transferred. I'll throw that one in again. Yeah. Well done, young fella. Trying hard, doing a good job. Atkin wins that down. Comes back there. Luke Roach can't take it. Luke Bell goes to ground over the top of him. We're going to have a ball up. Bit of a stalemate here in the centre at the moment. The saddle suit Warners Bay as they lead by 24 points. It gets down to Marn, gets it back to Chris Avery, and he's away again. On the left boot he goes, looking down there. Matty Spinks has got over his head he goes again. Price is down there, coming out there is Schmaler looms, and it goes out of bounds. Right in the half-forward flank. Warners Bay into the ground, it's Warners Bay. 24 points to good, we're into time on. As I said, second win of the year will put Warners Bay into the top 4. They'll be level with Nelson Bay, but their percentage will get them in. What was wrong with that one? I thought that was okay. But anyway, maybe because they all went forward that time because he's been short thrown, so he throws it over their head and then he calls it back. Can't win the young fella. Andrew Spring doing a good job though. Tough kick. That's a good throw in there. The tap over the back. It comes now down to Clayton. He's got 1-2. No, he gets away. His ability to evade tackles. Second and none. Clayton goes long there. Oh, good use of the body. Oh, a bit harshly done there. I thought it was just a good use of the body. I think they went over. I think the kick went to his advantage, but FIFO goes there to Atkin. Atkin takes the mark. Right on centre wing. Been very, very good, Anthony Atkin, today. In the ruck, he's won just about every tap out. He gets a good kick there across the Devon. But I've also been impressed with Atkin's work rate around the ground as he finds Cameron Earl on the half-forward flank. Earl looks into the pocket there. Schindler Taylor's his target. Goes over the back there. He kicked a great goal. Avery got it now. He goes back. He wants to snap it over his head. It's a party trick time. He couldn't believe the position he got himself into. Maybe if he had snapped it from where he was in the pocket, he would have kicked that goal. But as it is, out of bounds on the full. He's done well. He's weaved his magic to get into the goal square. Only 22 minutes gone now. All the sting out of the game is Madsen. He goes along the hard back line. Marnes there. Over the back it comes to David Wood. It doesn't bounce kindly for him, but he picks it up. Gets it back to Luke Price. Goes one way. Goes a second. Now to Marn. Where's he going to go? Good use of the footwork to get him out of trouble. Looks for Clayton. Going back there as Lamont gets a handball. Out on to Eddie. Go there. Vasey's down there. It'll sit for McGrath, sorry. But Stewart's there as well. And out he comes. Another clearing kick. Might not be fashionable, but it's pretty effective. As that time as Spinks picked it up. They'll be impressed with the way that he's gone there. Well done by Eddie. That's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Been pretty impressed with the Matty Spinks game. The longer it's gone on, the better he's got, and the run will certainly be beneficial to him, and it's great to see him back. Great to see him playing good footy. Played in the Sydney Swans reserve premiership side in the NEFL. Made his Spinks a couple of years ago. So if they can get back to that form, the Bulldogs will be a much better player. Goes in board there. He's going to sit now for Lamont. The back coming through there. Good. Well done by Simon Rocco. Chips it back there as Jack May gets a handball in the direction. Sean McGrath struggling at the moment. He's played a good game, McGrath, but a handball back there under pressure is Anthony Atkin on the right boot. Gets it in there to Prentice. Through his legs it goes to Stewart. Stewart picks up handball under pressure. Back it comes there now to Fleming. James Fleming for Nelson Bay on the right boot it goes. Coming out is DeVale. They got the numbers, Warners Bay. Good work, DeVale. He crashed the pack. It'll create an opportunity for Grenier. One bounce in the square. Two bounces. Goal! Number 11 for Nelson Bay. And the first goal out of Grenier. The margin's back to 18 points. Is there time? Well-deserved goal for Adam Grenier. He's certainly been one of the better players today for Nelson Bay. Led from the front. Really doing plenty of hard work and just reward. So 18 points the margin. I don't think we've got the time. It's getting pretty dark here at the moment. You wouldn't notice that by looking at the pictures here from Bar TV. The cameraman, the best in the business. Any sporting event you need covered, any event you want to get in touch with Bar TV, shout out to the cameraman. They've been brilliant today. Liam's just very happy that he's staying dry. But they certainly are. The pictures are brilliant, and we thank them for it. As Tom Prentice gets a bit of ball behind the back work. I'm stumbling on my words there. As there's Meg cover, left foot kick. Leading out there is Luke Roach. Goes back there off the ground is Madsen. Back it comes to Deverell. Great tackle by Grenier. Picked up by Madsen. Plays on, but there's no one there. But comes back there now. Over the back behind Cannon. Back it comes to Jake Roach. He's kicked 3 goals. Had a good kick there to Prentice. He's kicked 1 goal, just a goal. Over the line, but Prentice this time. A kick in there on his own. Ishmael Looms. And he's going to take the mark at the top of the square. And good work. Jake Roach into Tom Prentice. And Ishmael Looms was able to get on his own at the top of the square. And he'll go back and kick his first goal. Be goal number 15 for Warners Bay. And this will certainly snuff out any hope of a comeback. $10 metres out, almost directly in front. And the cheering from the Warners Bay supporters tells it all. Ishmael Looms kicks his goal. And it's all over here, bar the shouting. 24 points the margin. 15-6-96, 11-6-72 to Nelson Bay. Once again, big shout out to our major sponsor, Wilson Security, and also our other sponsors, Prime 7, Newcastle Herald, Star 104.5, BLK, Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club, GE, Industrial Solutions, Sports Coast Trophies and Embroidery, Waratah Sports, and Subway Morisset. A couple of full-time scores that come in First Division. Wyong Lakes' unbeaten start of the season has come to an end as Maitland 15-7-97 has defeated Wyong Lakes 8-8-56. And in the First Division score, Terrigal Avoca 16-12-108 defeated Killarney Vale 2-14. See if we got any other scores coming in. Final score in the Black Diamond Cup game at Adelaide Street Oval was Terrigal Avoca 9-10-64 defeated Killarney Vale 4-6-30. And in the second division score, Terrigal Avoca 16-14-110, Killarney Vale no goals, 3 behind. But Rob Schindler's taking a mark at Warners Bay. They're going to be the winners here today. He plays on quickly. Out it goes to Ishmael Looms. Not the best option. However, Nelson Bay back in the attack there. This time through Cannon. He's going to be penalised for holding the ball. And the free kick's going to go to Ishmael Looms. Kick the 17-year-old. Kick the last goal. He could come back and kick also another goal just before the final siren sounds. But all the honours to Warners Bay today. They've been too good. Coach Mark Bottrell will be a happy man. And full credit to the Bulldog. Ishmael Looms, after the siren, kicks the ball just through to the right-hand side. So it's full-time at Dick Burwell Oval. And it is the Warners Bay Bulldogs, 15-7-97. Have defeated Nelson Bay 11-6-72 at 25-point margin. It was a 5-3 final term. Nelson Bay led by 2 points at quarter time. Warners Bay by 18 at half-time, led by 10 at three-quarter time, and running out winners by 25 points. Goal kickers for Warners Bay, 3 to Jake Roach, 2 to Luke Roach, Jeremy Buckley and Rob Schindler-Taylor. Singles to Matthew Spinks, Jack Downing, Chris Avery, Josh Nicol and Tom Prentice and Alex Schmaler-Looms. For Nelson Bay, 3 goals to Tim DeVale, 3 goals to Sean McGrath, singles to Adam Grenier, Aaron Clayton, David Wood and Kieran Lamond. So 25 points the margin. Probably how you would sum that game up. Well, early in the first quarter, Nelson Bay, they had the better. They kicked 5 goals to 1 early on and were able to get out to a 23-point lead. And then the period between halfway through that first quarter to half-time, Warners Bay were able to kick 8 of the next 9 goals to turn that 23-point deficit, into a 18-point half-time lead. And I think that was a pivotal part of the game. Nelson Bay gave it their all in the third quarter with a couple of goals, but then even a goal right on the siren to Tom Prentice gave Warners Bay a 10-point buffer, and they were kicking to what had been during the game was the scoring end. It was the Comer end, but that was the scoring end. And then when they come out and kicked 3 goals in the first 6 minutes to start the last quarter, that was able to give them the break they needed, and they were able to hold off late flourishes by Nelson Bay to record a much-needed win. The better players for Warners Bay, well, I think the Roach brothers were fantastic, not only on the scoreboard, but Jake doing plenty of work across half-back and through the middle. Luke Roach, best game I've seen this youngster play, both offensively and defensively, tackled really hard and was able to win plenty of contested possessions as well. I thought Rowan's 5 for Sam Gibbons and Matt Marn down back. I thought they were very, very good. Chris Avery was fantastic. He was certainly got them back in the game in the second quarter and was probably one of their better four-quarter performers. I thought Anthony Atkin in the ruck was brilliant, as was Lincoln Stewart down back. So Warners Bay coach Mark Bosch will be very happy with the form of his players. For Nelson Bay, probably a little bit harder to find good, solid four-quarter performers, but I thought Adam Grenier was probably nearly their best. Others to play, well, Aaron Clayton was just his consistent best. Just wasn't able to get into dangerous enough positions. And I've had to work more through the midfield than up forward today, but certainly did a very good job. I thought Fleming was okay on the wing. I thought Jack Mayhew was very, very strong down back and was certainly one of their better players. Jeremy Eddy also on a half-forward, and Sean McGrath also kicked 3 goals. But not only that, he also played well in the first half when he was down back. But we've got an award to give away. It is the Subway Morisset Player of the Match, and that I'm going to give to his Warners Bay number 12 is Chris Avery. When the game had to be won, he was the one who got it there. He got their second goal, set up goals in the first half, and then defensively worked really hard and was very influential in that period leading up to half-time and continued on that with after half-time. So Chris Avery is the winner of the Subway Morisset Player of the Match. So full credit to him. So, and full credit to Warners Bay. And don't forget, just a quick, the score of the other game, the Black Diamond Cup game was Terrigal Avoca 7-7-49, defeated Killarney Vale 3-5-23. Other winners in First Division today were Warners Bay, Terrigal Avoca, Maitland over Wyong Lakes, whilst in Second Division, winners Musselbrook, Terrigal Avoca, Nelson Bay, the entrance Baddo Bay, and the women's Newcastle City, Nelson Bay. They both remain undefeated, and Wyong Lakes recorded their first win. So next Saturday, as we mentioned earlier, number 1 Sports Ground is the venue for our big Black Diamond Cup clash between Newcastle City and Terrigal Avoca. That'll be preceded by some AFL action. Sydney Swans reserves take on Brisbane Lion reserves in a state league match. That starts at 2 o'clock. The main game starts at 3 o'clock. So we hope to see you all then with Bar TV. Thanks very much to Brendan and his crew and Lamb. And head down there, really the best in the business. But full credit to Warners Bay, 25-point winners over Nelson Bay. I'm Gary Birkinshaw, and goodbye for now.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the Hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.